Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
What's going on, folks, and thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me on this Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And for all you folks that are keeping track of the TCR show, this is episode number 396. Episode number 396 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, folks. And, of course, if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter. All right, the Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost, all one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. And, of course, folks, if you have not gotten on Gab, all right, I strongly advise everybody to go right now, all right, to go right now on your web browser and type in gab.ai and go ahead and get on the waiting list for the Twitter alternative, because who the hell knows how long we have left on Twitter ever since the alt-right Twitter purge of a lot of folks that were unfortunately kicked off of Twitter because they didn't have the, I guess, correct political philosophy or whatnot. Anyway, I am on Gab at the same name, PoliticsGhost, all one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get right into the broadcast because today was a very, very weird day on the market. And I didn't really advise too many stocks to watch. I played it safe today with a stock that I suggested this morning, folks. And if you want to go ahead and let's just go ahead and get right into that. For you folks that were unaware and don't follow me on Twitter in the morning, well, you're losing out some money because let me tell you something, folks. Everybody who follows me on Twitter and that participates in the market, I mean, they follow me for money. I mean, it's not just folks that are in the capitalist army, Trump train, or in the inner circle that are listening or following me on Twitter for this. Folks, I've got people that are mainstream, hardcore pattern day trader investors that have me on follow and literally are go-to me as a main source of info in the morning as it relates to forward them any kind of stock picks, any kind of stock suggestions, so on and so forth. And the reason is, folks, is because I know what I'm talking about, all right? Actions speak louder than words. I'm not just talking out my ass out here. Anyway, folks, I wanted to go ahead and tell everybody that in the morning I saw that the futures were flat, all right? And everything in the pre-market just didn't seem right. You know, it just didn't seem appropriate, except for everything in the shipping sector. Now, yesterday, folks, I woke up late yesterday and I decided I wasn't going to go ahead and partake in early morning stock picking, but I did pick a stock at about 11 o'clock, folks, that was a semiconductor stock that went through the roof. If you would have gotten in on that, which a lot of people did, as a matter of fact, congratulations. I mean, that's what it's all about. But today I didn't see anything of that nature. I didn't see anything that said to me that we were going to see some big gains. And if we did, it was going to be very temporary, and you didn't want to be holding the bag on these sons of bitches. Now, I played it safe and suggested a stock that literally was up 8% on the pre-market. And if you would have got in on this stock, folks, and it was, Marvel Technology. All right, Marvel Technology, that is symbol MRVL, I believe it is, MRVL. And folks, the reason I wanted to play it safe, and let me explain my strategy today. First and foremost, it's a weekend. All right, it's Friday, first off. Secondly, it's the Friday before the holiday, the Thanksgiving holiday, which in my experience has never panned out very well for any investor. You know, a lot of folks don't even want to be holding a bag during this precarious weekend. But if you would have taken a look at symbol MRVL, there was a huge dip, and that's what I always say. What do I always say? When you see something popping in the pre-market, you know that in the beginning, it doesn't always happen, but traditionally, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see a dip within the first 15 minutes of the day's trading. So for you to go right in, even though you see something in double-digit percentage gains in the pre-market, you don't go right in when the damn market bell rings, all right? I mean, that's just, you're going to be holding the bag, and hopefully it gets back that high so you can at least cash out with your break-even or at least some small profit. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, let me continue going on this stock, folks, and the reason I chose Marvel Technologies. First and foremost, if you take a look at the chart, I mean, there was a beautiful opportunity to capitalize generously right at about, I would say about 9:15, maybe about 9:20. If you could see that humongous dip, and if you would have taken advantage of that, folks, you would have, caught anywhere in that dip. Look at that big, huge wave there. And then, unfortunately, after that, as you could see from the short and choppiness of the waves thereafter, you could tell that the damn investors saw this stock and they started trading it like hell, and that's why you see such short and choppy waves thereafter. Now, I had a lot of folks trying to tell me that, hey, Ghost, why don't you tell people about these shipping stocks? They're bouncing back. Hell no. Hell no. First and foremost, I was not going to trade yesterday any shipping, because when you see a bubble, and I had talked about this a few days ago when these shipping stocks were going up 100, 200% on a single day session. I was telling folks that this is not typical, and do not think that this is how the market works. At any point in time, this damn thing could be busting at the seams. Now, folks, if you were holding a goddamn shipping stock yesterday, I'm talking about symbol DRYS, symbol SHIP, or any of these shipping stocks that have been in the shipping bubble as of late, if you would have held it yesterday after about 12 o'clock and you didn't sell, you lost your ass. All right? You lost your ass. I mean, let me tell you something about some of these shipping stocks. As high as they went, and that's why I keep telling you about our markets now. I'm telling you about the Dow. I'm telling you about the S&P and the NASDAQ. These are inflated indexes. The same thing applies to them when I talk about this shipping bubble that we just saw this week. We saw a lot of major gains in the shipping sector, and this is why I don't like to suggest these types of shares, because I know I have a lot of people that don't necessarily understand how to invest. They don't, I mean, they understand, oh, okay, I'm supposed to go here and I can trade this, and okay, Ghost, he seems to be saying sell here, okay, I sell there. Oh, look, I made a profit. This seems easy. It's not freaking easy. I make it look easy, folks, because I've been doing this for a long goddamn time. All right? That's how come I can call these things, man. I've been around. Experience means everything. That's why I played it safe today. You heard me, folks. I suggested one stock today, and it was a safe player. Now back to Marvel Technology, symbol MRVL. Aside from that initial dip, the reason I know this was going to be a safe stock today, even if the markets as a whole took a dip, was because this had great news coming out of it. First and foremost, folks, it had beat the street's expectations and earnings, and the earnings didn't come out until after the day's close of yesterday's session. And it was a great beat, as a matter of fact. I mean, it was 7% above what the street expected the quarterly earnings to be for this company. And on top of that, folks, they got themselves an approval on a buyback of $1 billion worth of stock from shareholders. So, I mean, there is a lot of different good news coming out of this stock. There was no way, in my personal view, even if the market took somewhat of a header, that this was going to come down. And as you can see, folks, just based on the chart, that all these investors that at least understood the market went right where I was going. Because, I mean, look, I'm a traditional investor. I mean, I like to take some risk. I don't like to take stupid risks. All right? That's why you don't ever hear me talking about trading options. That's why you never hear me talk about, all these other weird financial instruments where they're very, very high risk. And don't get me wrong, if you're right, they're high reward, but it's more like gambling. You know what I'm saying? Like puts and all these other things that you're not very familiar with. You've been listening to me. I don't talk about those types of things because those are even more complicated than understanding the basics of the markets. Now, once you understand the basics of the equities markets and the commodities markets, that's when you can start letting your nuts hang and go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to go ahead and trade some put options. All right, I'm going to bet against some companies, that sort of thing. I do not advise it. For one, I'm not a big options trader. I do trade foreign currencies, which is another way of making capital, which I don't get into on this broadcast because it's another very complicated arena. So what I do is try to exclusively stick to the equities and commodities markets in this first hour of this broadcast, so I can encourage those that don't know about the market to understand it, and not only that, to understand why I chose the stocks in question. That's why for the first hour I always go over what stock I suggested on Twitter in the morning and why I did it. Now, I know there was a lot of people saying, hey, Ghost, man, the shipping sector, it's back, man. I mean, I know it crashed, but it's back, baby. And they were telling me that this morning. So let's just go for the sake of argument. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the bigger, high-gaining shipping stocks throughout this week, and it was Dry Ships Inc. Dry Ships Inc., folks. This is symbol DRYS. Now, folks, at one point in time this week, believe it or not, right now, take a look at that chart first off. Okay? Take a look at that chart. Now, the reason I didn't suggest any of these shipping stocks, because first and foremost, this particular stock in general, it went as high as $200 or $300 this week. I mean, can you believe that? I mean, you're talking about a bubble. This stock right now, that's $11.50 as we speak, and that's in after-hours trading, was once trading this week at $300. All right? Now, I bet you're asking yourself, well, Ghost, how the hell did that happen, dude? Folks, that's what I keep telling you. You have to understand the market. Don't think that, hey, and look, there was a couple of people that got caught in this bubble, and I warned people. That's why I took the week off during the election cycle, or the last week before the election, because I don't want to be caught holding this bag. I'm telling you, there are people holding the bag on these shipping stocks that I cannot believe what happened. And I've told you this time and time again, these things happen. Now, I know there was a lot of plus side in the pre-market on basically most of the shipping stocks. As a matter of fact, that's what comprised the top 15, 20 stocks that were on the rise this morning in the pre-market was all the shipping stocks. And I had people tweeting at me saying, hey, why don't you tell people about these shipping stocks? No, because what's going to happen is, folks, is that somebody's going to get these shipping stocks. If you take a look at DRYS, just for the sake of argument, okay, take a look at the initial dip right as the damn market opens, Okay, let's say you're one of these people that like, oh, okay, great, dude. Look, I'm going to get in. I got in today at about 11:10, and then you see that big ass wave. And let me tell you, folks, a lot of people get greedy. That's why I get out. That's why I go in and out until I can't go in and out anymore. Because if you keep the goddamn money in these stocks, you could be holding the bag. Now, take a look at this stock here. Every time that you saw any kind of wave increase, and these dips were very huge as well, you saw it come crashing down. Now, why is that happening? Because, folks, there are people right now holding the bag on this stock that bought it earlier this week at prices of $300, $250, $230, you name it, a share, okay? And let me tell you something right now. There are people holding the bag at every single price since the collapse of that particular price, okay? I mean, I'm talking there's people holding the bag at $15, $20, $30, lots of people holding the bag on these shipping stocks. Remember, take a look at any of them. Take a look at DRYS yesterday, Thursday. It collapsed, folks, from like $50-something to $11 in literally like 10 minutes. And there was a lot of people that listen to this broadcast that literally held the bag on these things too long, and they cannot believe how much money they've lost. And you see, folks, that's why I keep telling you, you got to know a little bit about these markets. I mean, just because you make yourself some profits today, just because you make yourself a whole bunch of money today, doesn't mean you're going to continuously do it. What it means is you need to understand the markets, you need to understand how to stay a step ahead of the investors, understand the investor sentiment, understand the profitability of a certain company, understand the hype, understand what over-speculation is, understand the consequence of a certain given speculation, understand that it'll be short-lived, understand that you're never going to continue to see, look, whenever you see a goddamn stock going like 200% increase on the day, I mean, give me a break. All right, you know that that's not going to continue to happen. That bubble's going to burst, and all you want to do as an investor is to get in and get out as quick as possible. All right, and that's why I hope that you folks that watched the shipping sector this week understand why sometimes I'm a little hesitant on certain days in the stock market. And the reason I didn't suggest any other share besides the Marvel Technologies is because everything in the pre-market, folks, was low volume, yet high percentage gain. So what that says to me, folks, is that a group of day traders, a group of pattern traders, or big investors, or Wall Street idiots, they decided that they're going to pump up the price of a given stock in the pre-market. And a lot of these stocks in the pre-market, I didn't see not but two that weren't pumped up, and that was Marvel Technologies, and another one was I believe it was a pharmaceutical company, but I just didn't like that pharmaceutical company, so I didn't even bother to suggest it. Everything else, folks, was completely pumped up. I mean, you saw trades with volumes in the pre-market like 300 shares, 1,000 shares. I saw one that had 10 shares traded in the pre-market, and it was up $3, which technically put it up like 25%. I mean, this is what you have to look at in the pre-market. Just because you see high percentage gains in the pre-market, you need to look at that market volume. I mean, you better see a little bit more than at least 5,000 to 8,000 shares in the pre-market traded before you start entertaining that particular play for the day's session. All right, that's my suggestion for you. That's why I didn't suggest any other shares, folks, because everything was, oh, yeah, it looked great. There were 20% gains here, 25% gains here. But you take a look at the volume on the pre-market that was causing that increase, it was pure fluff, pure pump and dump. And this is another thing that you've got to get used to when you invest in the market. You have to understand all these factors, folks. Remember, it's a market out here. It's a market. All right, and you have to understand it. You have to keep playing it. You got to take the losses. You got to understand why you lost.
At Nissan, our lineup is taking the Galaxy by storm. And right now, you can save big during Nissan's Go Rogue year-end event. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com today for great offers. See Rogue One in theaters December 16th. Take on any Galaxy.
And that's why I didn't suggest the shipping stocks today, nor did I suggest to them yesterday. Now, I wish I would have woke up. I decided yesterday to go ahead and sleep in. I actually feel better in the past couple of days. I feel re-energized, feel great. I kind of needed that. I was a little overworked. But I should have woken up to at least tell people to caution themselves about the shipping bubble. I know I talked about it this week on the first hour, but I don't think anybody really paid attention, because now that people lost serious money, I hope that you all pay attention. I mean, people literally lost hundreds of dollars within I mean, I'm not talking about hundreds of dollars like cumulatively. I'm talking like 100, 150 a share. You know, $75 a share lost. You know what I mean? And some of these people were not necessarily even holding the bag for the long term. They were just holding the bag in hopes of, gaining a large increase and getting out. But take a look at these shares, folks. Take a look at what happened in the shipping sector, all right? And let this be a lesson to everybody out here. Let this be a lesson to everybody. Do not, and I repeat, do not get hype with bubbles, all right? Do not think bubbles are going to last. Bubbles are there for a very short term. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I capitalized on the bubble here. I mean, remember, I was trading like two different shipping shares earlier in the week, like Tuesday, I believe it was. Made a lot of money off it. I mean, it was great. I appreciate that. But to sit over here and continue to believe that the goddamn these shipping shares were going to continue to go sky high is completely naive. And I know that there are people in the capitalist army that were playing these things that cannot believe how much money they lost. They can't believe it. But you see, that's the stock market, man. What is the classic credo of the stock market? Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. And don't hold on to it, baby. Do not hold on to it. Anyway, let me go ahead and let's go ahead and get to the markets after this. I'm sorry. I just wanted you folks to analyze some of these stocks here. All right? And that's why Marvel Technologies was a decent winner today. There was obviously some other places to be making money, but I didn't want to suggest any shipping stocks, because you folks need to realize that money in the market is not that easy. It just happens to be that Trump was elected, and a lot of the investors believe that shipping was going to be a key component in the restructuring of whatever economic deals that Trump is going to renegotiate, so on and so forth. So that's really what fueled this bubble. And just like anything else, folks, I mean, if investors see profitability going in a given direction, they're going to follow it. And that's exactly what happened this week. That's why they pulled the plug on some of these shares. Remember, I mean, I think we were trading SHIP, I think one day, and they actually halted trading because of the over-speculation. So once again, folks, I hope this is a lesson to all you folks out there that listen, that literally understand now that you kind of have to know what you're talking about when it comes to the market, all right? I mean, you literally have to understand this, all right? I mean, that's why I didn't suggest shipping stocks today. I know people are like, hey, Ghost, look at this, a great shipping stock. They're up 25, 30%. Hey, earlier this week, they were up 250%, 300%. I already capitalized on that. You understand? I mean, I don't like to take too big of risks. Anyway, I hope that you folks got something from that analysis that I just gave you about the markets here. And look, I didn't make a tremendous amount of cake today like I did earlier in the week on this shipping bubble. But, hey, you just want to go through every single day making some kind of a profit. I mean, that's all you can expect. That's all you can hope for. And don't get greedy. God damn it, man. I know it's hard. I know some of you guys are like, you know what, I'm going to hold it. I think it's going to go higher. I'm telling you, some of you guys get lucky once. You hold a share, and then all of a sudden it explodes. And then you're like, oh, my God, I'm the stock king. Look at me. I'm telling you, what did I tell you throughout this whole week? No matter how much money you make in one day, that doesn't mean jack, all right? That's just today. I mean, that's a beautiful part about capitalism, all right? I mean, that's what you've done today, all right? I mean, what are you going to do for me tomorrow, all right? And that's why I keep saying to every capitalist out there, do not get drunk with one day's pay, all right? I mean, literally, I don't care how much it is. I don't care if you made $100,000 in one day. Do not get drunk with like, yeah, baby, I'm the man now, baby. I'm the man. I'm a baller. I'm a baller now. I mean, let me tell you something right now, man. That you got to keep making money. You got to keep making money. You got to sustain your lifestyle, and that's whatever lifestyle that you have put yourself in. And I've always suggested to folks, don't overestimate your lifestyle, man. All right? Gradually ease yourself into some level of elegance. Do not rush there, because before you know it, the worst thing in the world, I'm telling you, and I have talked to a lot of used-to-be rich people, used-to-be business people, the worst thing in the world is to sit here and used to have money, used to be elegant, used to drive the badass car, used to have the badass house, used to go to the badass restaurants, used to be a pompous ass crack, and then all of a sudden everything collapses around you because for whatever reason you decided or took your eye off the ball in continuing to sustain revenues, streams of revenue, so on and so forth, and it all comes collapsing on you. There's no worse feeling in the world than having money and then having it taken away from you, because everyone that you knew, I guarantee you, everyone has told me this. Everyone that you knew is going to be pointing their finger at you and saying, ha ha. And it doesn't matter if you flip the bill on these people's tabs how many times, if you bought these people dinners on a countless occasion, if you flip their tab on a freaking bar tab on countless occasion. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, people, for the most part, are really disgusting. And they love when people fail. So what I advise capitalists is to not exceed whatever lifestyle that you want at that given time. Gradually ease yourself into a lifestyle. If you want a new car, well, before you get the goddamn Maserati, why don't you get yourself, something on the used scale of, I don't know, a Mercedes, a Beamer, a LAC, and make sure it's, decent to your appeasement, but at the same time within your budget, all right? I mean, something that you can actually own and not throw, into a damn 7-year note, all right? And then, hey, you're bowling with your car. Instead of getting a goddamn house right away because FHA, will allow you to get a house in your name because you can throw whatever 2% or 1.5% on whatever house you want. Why don't you live in a decent apartment, all right, or a decent condo, or rent a house, all right? I mean, seriously, if your credit's decent, you can rent a badass house in an affluent neighborhood, all right? Seriously, there's some rich folks out there that, bit off more than they can chew, and as opposed to getting rid of the goddamn house, they'll rent the son of a bitch so they can pay their mortgage, all right? Seriously. No one wants a foreclosure on their name, because once you have any kind of unsecured debt that has been foreclosed on or taken back, or the collateral has been repossessed, you are a toxic person to financial institutions. No one's going to lend you money ever again. And that's something that you don't want. I'm telling you this right now. You do not want to be toxic as it relates to financial institutions. All right? Anyway, sorry about that diatribe. I'm just trying to warn people, all right? Because I've known a lot of people, man, that used to be very rich folks. And look, to be honest with you, they weren't rich. They were just making a lot of money at the time because they had a certain business or ran a service, and they were living lavish. And because I knew them, I saw them, they'd want to go out to dinner. They'd want to go out to have some drinks. They wanted to live the lifestyle. They wanted to have people that were business folks around them. I've always been independent businessman, so on and so forth. And then something happens. Either their business collapses. or one of them gets sick. I mean, I've just heard countless stories, and then the elegance, the going to 5-star restaurants, the having the nice galas and the parties and throwing money around and all this other nonsense comes to an end. And to be honest with you, no one is there. No one's there after the money's gone. Now, I'm a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I always respect those that have respected me, and if they flipped tabs for me, if they were out there, being very hospitable, because that's how business people are. Successful people want to hang around other successful people. And, if I ever came across folks that were hospitable to me, I never forgot about it. And even if they did fall on bad times, I still correspond with these people. And it's very interesting to do so, because it gives you an insight, man, that you don't ever want to be there. You don't ever want to be somebody who used to be something, because that's a very humbling experience, and you could see it in these people. I mean, they go from confident to, with their heads high and walking straight up, walking with swagger, to looking like Pete Rose for the past 25 years, begging baseball to let him back in so that he could possibly get in the Hall of Fame. I mean, that pathetic look. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Pete Rose used to be a badass, I mean, when he was playing in the late 60s, early 70s, man, this was a badass. I mean, he had that mean mug. Nobody wanted to mess with him, for Christ's sake. He's the guy that created the frontal slide, face first slide. He was the guy that created the whole concept of, like, literally physically assaulting the catcher so that he could drop the ball so that they could count the run, for Christ. I mean, this is Pete Rose, man. And then when this guy got humiliated and he was found out to be a degenerate gambler, and that he gambled on baseball while he was a manager co-player at the time, that was it. And then you saw that real tough guy look that came off of Pete Rose, that real tough, badass, real ugly look turn into like a disgusting, sniveling weasel, embarrassed of themselves. I mean, the look just completely changed. And that's what I'm talking about, folks. You don't want to be like that. I'm telling you, you do not want to be like that. All right? And that's why I'm warning you, do not supersede your lifestyle. Now, with that being said, folks, I'm sorry for going on that soliloquy. Let's go ahead and get to the rundown of the markets here. Once again, everything was flat in the pre-market. The futures pointed to kind of negativity as far as I'm concerned, but it started dipping pretty deep there towards the end of the day. So let's go ahead and get to the Dow Jones Industrial. The Dow is down today 35.89 points, a percentage decrease of 0.19%, closing out the Dow at 18,867.93 points for the Dow Jones Industrial, all right? Now, the S&P 500 is also down today, folks, 5.22 points, a percentage decrease of 0.24%, closing out the S&P at 2,181.90 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. It is also down today 12.46 points, a percentage decrease of 0.23%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,321.51 points for the NASDAQ composite. Now, folks, a lot of things that are dragging this down, of course, is the 14-year high on the U.S. dollar. Now, for you folks that are unaware, right now, cash is king. Remember, I've been saying that. Remember, I said that back in like April and May. I said cash will be king here, and it may be for the short term, it may be for a year or so, but right now, cash is king. I just read that the euro is at a 10-year low in value, lower since its inception as a currency in the world market. So that just goes to show you, folks, that nobody wants to hold the euro. Nobody wants to hold anything else other than the U.S. dollar. And by God, it is showing, because once again, we wouldn't see this kind of negativity in the markets. And it's good to finally see some goddamn financial fundamentals being implemented in the markets today. It's about time. Jesus Christ, man. And on top of that, folks, people are trying to market in the Fed factor. Janet Yellen, of course, yesterday was talking about, raising interest rates. She's talking about how the economy is good, even though I could disagree with that. She's talking about the economic conditions are appropriate to potentially raise interest rates. Now, really, the scary part about the Federal Reserve raising interest rates is them raising it 5 or 10 points. Now, they discussed this in the last Federal Reserve minutes that were released recently, and Federal Reserve board governors were legitimately talking about raising it 5 or 10%. Now, why would they do that, folks? Well, because they're going to claim that this economy has bounced back to some extent, and the reason they want to do that is to recall all those outstanding currency notes that were printed in Stimulus Package 2 and Quantitative Easing 2 and 3 and 4 and they want to recall those dollars. So when the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, it's doing so for that purpose, so that there could be less outstanding currency notes in the market. And as a result, when there's less outstanding currency notes, the value of the dollar goes up, the prices of commodities go down, and somewhere we're supposed to find a balance of a decent economy. Now, in my personal opinion, I do believe that the interest rates need to go up. I think at this point in time, 5 or 10 points is a little bit ridiculous, and it could potentially retard any potential growth that is happening right before our very eyes today. But if the Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates, at the most, it should raise it 2.5 basis points. All right, and if they raise it 3, I think they're pushing it. I sincerely think they're pushing it. But at the very most, 2.5. 1%, I think that it'll, give a little bit of a skid on the market, but I don't think it'll be that bad. I think that right now, and probably through next week, the market will factor in a potential 1% basis point of an interest rate hike by the Federal Reserve. Now, if they raise it like a half a point, then I see this market continuing. Unfortunately, I'm serious. If they raise it just a half a basis point, I think that we still see a little bit of a bull market, and if that's the case, that'll be the last bull market before they raise it a full 5 points, 4 points, something of that capacity. And I'm serious, folks. This is a serious factor to talk about in relation to the stock market and our economy is what the Federal Reserve is going to do. Now, let's go ahead and let's get to the commodities really fast, folks. I know I've been talking a lot here on this Baller Friday, but I think it's absolutely necessary, and I hope that a lot of people are taking what I'm saying today and hopefully analyzing the markets and understanding that it's not easy. You got to factor in a lot of factors. You don't want to be holding the bag. Just imagine if you were one of these poor bastards, and look, unfortunately, I do know some people here that have tweeted at me that literally are holding the bag at about $100-something, $200. I hate to laugh, but I'm sorry. But you see, the reason I laugh is because I've been there before many years ago when, especially during, especially during the 80s, late 80s, and then the mid-90s. Everybody and their brother thought they were the greatest stock pickers of all time. And they thought, oh man, trading is easy, and oh look at this, I'm making money. Look, I'm buying wireless IPOs, and they're going up 3 or 4 times. I know how to do this. I'm an expert. Man, let me tell you something, man. I have seen and I have been there holding the bag when the crash happens. And look, what happened in the shipping industry or the shipping sector this week is a crash. All right, that's what happens when a crash happens. Literally drops. And there's really nothing you can do about it. You're just sitting there holding a bag like, what the hell? Stop dropping. So anyway, folks, let me go ahead and get to energy here. Now, ironically, we're seeing some increases in energy. I have no idea why, folks. This, of course, once again proves that, these freaking investors are still a little emotionally impulsive, erratic. So I don't know how to reflect this, to be honest with you. It's modestly up, but still, I don't understand why it's up. We're seeing 14-year highs on the dollar. there should be some reflected negativity in the energy market, especially after the estimated $900 billion of oil that was found here in Texas recently. We should see this down a little bit more than it has. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Anyway, WTI today was up 16 cents, a percentage increase of 0.35%, closing out WTI sweet crude at $45.58 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude up, folks, 40 cents, a percentage increase of 0.86%, closing out Brent crude at $46.89 per barrel of Brent crude oil. But gasoline, ironically, gasoline is down today, 0.56% decrease on the day for gasoline. Good God, has anybody seen the natural gas market? I cannot read this market. This is a fickle market. I don't play it very much, if at all. I don't think I've played it. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever played the natural gas market. You know what I mean? But looking at it, it's so erratic, so helter-skelter, I just don't even want to touch it. Today, folks, natural gas is up 5.33% increase on the day. I mean, good God. I mean, where did that come from? Where in the hell did that come from, for Christ's sake? Anyway, let's continue going. Heating oil, folks, we're starting to see a little bit of an increase. This weekend, we're supposed to be seeing an Arctic front hit the country. So, once again, I've been eyeball heating oil, folks. Eyeball this one. All right, now, I'm not sure if this particular contract is going to be worth as much as the next one. Right now, the heating oil contract that's being traded in the CME exchange is the December 2016 contract. In my opinion, once that contract is sold and delivered, when they start throwing out the new contracts to be traded, I think it's that contract that'll be the uptick and will be the bull market in the heating oil sector because of the cold weather that we're expecting to have out here. I mean, out here in San Hambonio, and we're supposed to get down here to the 30s out here. So we shall see. All right, we shall see. Anyway, let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! We've got gold, folks, down today, which would reflect appropriately because the dollar is at a 14-year high. It is down $9.60, a percentage decrease of 0.79%, closing out gold at $1,207.30 per troy ounce of gold. Man, did anybody see silver today? Good God, silver is down today, 23 cents, a percentage decrease of 1.38% decrease on the day. I mean, good God! Closing out silver at $16.54 per troy ounce of silver. Now, even though I'm reflecting these prices on the metals in relation to U.S. dollars, the complete opposite is happening across the pond. Now, if you're in parts of Europe, right now, gold and silver are going up the roof. Now, why are gold and silver going up the roof out there in Europe? Because the currencies are collapsing out there. I just talked about how the euro, the euro is going at literally a 10-year low. I mean, it is at the lowest point, even lower since it incepted, for heaven's sake. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. So anyway, folks, once again, that's why if you're in Europe, I know I have a lot of chaps across the pond out there that invest, and they're telling me that, hey, guys, I'm looking here on the big board, and I'm seeing that silver and gold are going up. Should I make a play? And, in my personal opinion, I think you should. I mean, if your currency is going down, the metals should be going up. That's what I've always said. The metals are reflective of the value of currency, okay? So when you see a high metals price in a given currency, that means your currency isn't necessarily valuable or it's losing value as we speak. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, for Christ's sake. Anyway, I just want to let everybody know that the reason we're seeing decreases in metals out here is because our damn dollar is being, it's valuable. Everybody wants to cash out in U.S. dollars, baby. And on top of which, if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, that's going to increase value of the dollar as well. So anyway, let me continue on here. We got copper down today, 0.98% decrease on the day. Platinum is down today, 1.27% decrease on the day. Let's go ahead and get to agriculture, shall we, folks? All right. Now, the ironic thing here is that I don't see too much blood or red in the agriculture sector, even though we're seeing all-time highs in the dollar. So read that what you will. Corn is up today, 1.07% increase on the day for corn. And once again, folks, that's reflective on the crop report we read about 4 or 5 weeks ago. All right, we discussed this. Same with wheat. Wheat is also up again today, folks. 1.25% increase on the day for wheat. Let's go ahead and get to oats, shall we? Oats is seeing some profit taking here. We're seeing it down 0.73% decrease on the day for oats. Rough rice, folks, is up today. 1.31% increase on the day for rough rice. Soybean is also up today, 0.43% increase on the day for soybean. Soybean oil is up today, 1.03% increase on the day for soybean oil, and canola is down, 0.23% decrease on the day for canola. Let's get to the soft, shall we? Cocoa, which is the base for chocolate, it is up modestly today, 0.25% increase on the day. Coffee. It is down today, 0.52% decrease on the day. And speaking of coffee, did y'all hear about what happened at Starbucks? Let me tell you something right now. I read about this on the Drudge Report here recently. Somebody went into the Starbucks and wanted one of the Starbucks, baristas or, glory hole servers or whatever you call these fruit bowls. I asked them if they could write the name Trump on their cup, and they refused to do so. So, and apparently this got into some kind of it was a verbal altercation. The cops were called. Starbucks called the cops on somebody who wanted a goddamn Trump name on their freaking Starbucks cup. Good God, man. That's what I'm saying. Do not go to Starbucks, all right? If you happen to have a local coffee brewer out there in your local community, give the freaking business to them, all right? That's enough of Starbucks. I'm seriously, man, what a fruit bowl ass, dumbass, leftist, long-haired, bedwetting hippie company. Just don't even bother buying Starbucks. And if you are going to go, for some reason, every time I pass by a Starbucks, it's freaking packed. It's like the bar on a Friday or Saturday night now, for Christ's sake. I'm not kidding around. Why don't you go and pass by a goddamn Starbucks tonight and take a look at how many people are there? It's like a freaking bar, for Christ's sake. If you're insistent on going, then ask for a Trump cup. Ask your freaking barista to write Trump on your cup, all right? And don't let them stop you. Don't let them refuse you, for Christ's sake. Man, I'm sick of Starbucks. Anyway, folks, let's get to the next commodity, for Christ's sake. Sugar! Sugar is down today, 0.35% decrease on the day. Orange juice, folks, is down modestly. Very weird chart on orange juice today. Looked like there was some profit taken, to say the least. Orange juice is down 0.05% decrease on the day for orange juice. We've got cotton down today, 0.30% decrease for cotton. We've got lumber down today, 0.74% decrease on the day. Rubber is up today, 0.86% increase on the day for rubber. And ethanol is up 1.36% increase for ethanol. Now let's get to the livestock, shall we, folks?
Cold weather is here, so stay warm with the most thoughtful sale of the year. Now through Monday, you can get up to $175 off the Nest Learning Thermostat. It learns your schedule and the temperature you like, so it keeps you comfortable when you're home and turns itself down when you're gone, which means it can help you save energy all year long. Get it at the Home Depot now and save on the Nest Learning Thermostat while you still can. Now less is more cozy. Get $50 off now and up to $125 back from Southern California Edison. Limit 1. Terms apply for eligible utility customers.
Now, let's go ahead and get to live cattle. Now, we're not seeing dramatic increases in live cattle, and I'm glad, all right? I am enjoying these inexpensive beef prices, folks. I'm getting slabs of T-bone, slabs of porterhouse, slabs of New York strip. I mean, I think I even got a freaking humongous a 20-pound brisket, for heaven's sake. I mean, this is just cheap. Everything's just cheap out here, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, live cattle is up modestly today, 0.05% increase on the day. We've got cattle feeder, folks, up very modestly, 0.04% increase on the day. And lean hogs, folks, it is down very modestly, 0.09% for lean hogs. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass. Anyway, folks, once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Let's go ahead and get to the Twitter shout-outs right now, shall we? And for you folks that are unaware, if you want a Twitter shout-out, all you got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. And the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. True Capitalist Radio Live is the tweet to retweet if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. Do we have any Twitter shout-outs to be had, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, who the hell do we got here, folks? And let me tell you, I don't want you people to ruin my Bowler Friday, so don't be milky lickers today, all right? All right, we got the Norwegian Capitalist in the house. What's going on? Audible Grasp in the house, Steinbrenner, CD Wheaties in the place. What's going on? We got the Deplorable Astronaut. How you doing, man? Dorito Burrito, Anarcho-Capitalist in the house, Big Top Capitalist. We got the MySpace Mexican in the place. We got the Swedish Capitalist in the house. What's going on, man? Happy Bowler Friday to everybody out there, for Christ's sake. We got the Brony Network. We got Fight Ghost Son. Fight Ghost Son. You son of a bitch. Shut up, all right? Just shut your mouth. We got Plecustomus, 1138. What's going on? We got the 727 caller. Hey, man, what's going on? I love the Ghostler Youth shirt. Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler Youth! Anyway, we've got Defrosting Teenagers, whatever the hell that means. We've got True Kanye Radio. Oh, man, come on, man. Hey, y'all remember when Kanye West called up Radio Graffiti that one time and busted a flow? Huh? I know he's listening, for Christ's sake. Did y'all hear him? He went on a goddamn pro-Trump rant last night at his own concert. He had bottles chucked at him. He had his own freaking Yeezy shoe chucked at him while he was on stage giving a 40-minute pro-Trump rant. And he said he didn't even vote. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, that's wheezy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got Mac Today, whatever the hell that means. We got Pinochet coming for ghosts. Yeah, right. Are you kidding me? Man, Pinochet he'd be shaking my hand. Are you kidding me? He'd be giving me a freaking capitalist salute, Pinochet. Don't you be talking that trash. We got Grim Capitalist. How you doing, mate? Who else do we have here? We got Magnetic in the house. We got Deplorable Biff. We got Popeye in the joint. What's going on? Let's go ahead. Mrs. Ghostler for host. Shut up. All right? Shut up. And look, I know you idiots are out there. Y'all been freaking tweeting at me all freaking night about how you wanted Mrs. Ghost's autograph and all this other nonsense. Look, okay, look. I'm going to talk to my wife out here, All right, and maybe we'll make that happen. Maybe we'll have something on Monday. I don't know. But since y'all want the autograph so much, and I know there's some people that want a recipe, we'll go ahead and throw in the recipe of the turkey. We'll see if we can figure that out. All right. But look, I'm warning you. If this happens Monday, do not make me look stupid on my own show, and do not buy more goddamn of my own wife's autograph than mine. All right, this is my show, and you people need to respect that, to say the least. All right, you need to respect it. Just respect it. Jesus Christ, who else do we have here? For Christ's sake, man, God damn it! I'm a little concerned about the whole wife autograph thing. I'm going to be honest with you, all right? And the reason I'm concerned about it is because I know you idiots. All right, I know you. I know you're going to try to make me look stupid. You know, you're going to try to make me look less of a man because my goddamn, I'm not, you know what, screw you. All right, I know you. You're going to try to make my wife outsell my own autograph. You're going to make me feel like less of a man. I know you goddamn troll terrorists and cyber vermin. I know you, man. Anyway, let me see here. We've got Tweely Atkins. Sure, Christ. We got Silent Capitalist. We got Jellyfish Capitalist. We got Jimmy Carter Capitalist. Yeah, right, for Christ's sake, man. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? We got, I'm not going to say that disgusting name. I'm not saying that. Recipes before autographs. What are you talking about? What? Recipes before autographs? I mean, make up your goddamn mind. Make up your goddamn mind, you freaking... Oh. Jesus. We got Godzilla in the house. What's going on? We got Railfan990 in the place. Ghost Cosplay. No. Don't you even dare. Don't you even start that cosplay of Ghost. I don't know. No. You're not doing that crap. You're not doing that crap, for Christ's sake. Anyway, we got Big Media Headline in the house. We got Jizzmaster 3000. We got Sergeant Yoda in the house. What's going on? Jesus Christ. Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out, all you got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. And the Twitter account the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live, baby. Anyway, we got Scarlet Moon in the house. We've got autographed fruitcake. Shut up. All right, shut up. We've got, I'm not saying that, Cam the Man in the house. What's going on? We can't stump the Trump. Yeah, no kidding, can't stump the Trump. Caroline Fruitcake. Excuse me. Caroline Fruitcake. Caroline Fruitcake. Oh, my God. Wife, son's autograph. You know what? Screw you, you asshole. Shut up your ass. Freaking wife, son's autograph. Shut up your ass, boy. Gonna sit over there and talk that nonsense, son of a bitch. Hey, how's your wife and my kids, boy? How you like that? How's your wife and my kids? Yeah, keep feeding them, too, while you're at it there, boy. Son of a bitch. Give me the mic. Give me the goddamn mic. Give me the freaking mic, for Christ's sake, goddammit. We got the Neon Knight in the house. What's going on? You guys are sons of bitches. I'll tell you that right now. We got Odd Eyes Magician. We got Supa in the house. What's going on to Mark Montag? Jesus Christ. We got Raiden Snake in the house. What the hell else is going on here? I'm not saying that name. We got the Happy Merchant. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake, man? Look, I'm only going to take a couple more of these Twitter shout-outs because I can see where y'all are going with this. Y'all are trying to ruin my Baller Friday like you always do. Son of a bitch. Anyway, who else do we have here, folks? Once again, Correct the Records. Oh, yeah, there's Correct the Record. Shove it up your fruit bowl ass, all right? Why don't you go have a little fruity-ass little satanic pedophile party over there at Comet Ping Pong or whatever the hell. All right? You son of a bitch. We got Ghost Kruger in the house, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, man. I mean, I just, for once, for a goddamn decent Baller Friday, I mean, can I get a little bit of damn respect? I mean, just a little bit of damn respect. I mean, I'm a capitalist, and I deserve the respect accorded that goddamn title. I deserve the respect accorded that title. Anyway, we got Dr. Bristle in the house. Who else do we have going on over here? Waste of Life Ghost again. Yeah, shut up, you stupid moron. You come over here and tell me that and see if your ass doesn't get your freaking ass beaten to dog meat, boy. Son of a bitch, trying to sit over here and talk garbage. No one talks garbage to me in my face and gets away with it. I want you all to know that. It ain't nothing for me to whoop a man's ass. All right? I mean, how many times it ain't nothing for me to whoop a man's ass, kick his ass. Anyway, we got Hans Guvensmith in the house. We've got Elliot Ghoster, all right, real funny. We got Deplorable Choco. We've got, there's Jimmy Capitalist, for Christ's sake. Hey, how's it going, Jimmy? Is it a yay or nay on the baby? Let us know, mate. Who else do we got here? Look, I'll tell you what. We are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like for everybody to please bookmark or add to your favorites the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, all right? Every one of my episodes is time dated and stamped, all right? Right there, right then for everybody. So anyway, what's going on to capitalist Sri Lanka? We got some capitalists in Sri Lanka, baby. What's going on? We got windows and doors in the house. I tell you what, instead of tweeting the first tweet, let's switch it up now that we're in the second hour, all right? Now that we're in the second hour, why don't we go ahead and retweet my pinned tweet, the new pinned tweet on my Twitter account, folks. And for you folks who are unaware, there's an attempt at a law being passed out there in Britannia that is going to allow internet service providers to collect the web browsing history of its people so that it can backtrack and actually look over any of the internet activity that is happening within the people, I believe, of Britannia, if not Europe. Now, folks, I would strongly advise everybody to take a look at the pinned tweet that I'm asking you to retweet here. This is the easiest virtual private network that you can install on your computer that can literally give you an encryption through whatever internet service provider that you have, a secure encrypted connection utilizing your own connection so that you can literally privately transfer whatever data it is into your computer without an ISP or anybody in a goddamn public Wi-Fi or any of that crap knowing it. I'm telling you, we got to do whatever it takes to fight freaking internet censorship, folks, all right? And on top of which, a virtual private network helps you hide your internet protocol address, which, of course, could basically identify you on the internet if you happen to click the wrong link and you have your IP address identified. So once again, retweet the pinned tweet on my Twitter account, the easiest VPN, and let's stop internet censorship, all right? I'm telling you, once this VPN is installed in your computer, it literally creates an encrypted network within your own internet connection, so not even your ISP sees what the data is coming in between from wherever you're calling the data from to your goddamn desktop or your phone or your tablet. Anyway, folks, do we got any more Twitter shout-outs there, engineer? let's go ahead and take a couple more Twitter shout-outs. Once again, retweet the pinned tweet on my Twitter account here. We've got Read My Name Bitch. Oh, yeah? Yeah. God damn it, I wish you were in a bar and you called me that, boy. God damn it, I wish you were in a bar and you called me that. Kick the crap out of you. Anyway, Weak Pipsqueak Ghost. Yeah, God. You son of a bitch! You assholes talk a lot of garbage over the internet, boy. You all talk mad crap over the internet, but I guarantee your asses that if you saw me in the street, all right, if you saw me in the goddamn street talk garbage to me, I'd beat the living crap out of you so bad, your great-great-grandkids would have black eyes, boy. So don't you dare. Don't you even dare. You son of a bitch. Give me the mic. Give me the freaking... Don't you even dare. Anyway, I'm going to take a couple more of these, and we're going to move on with the broadcast. This is a free format edition. We're going to be taking calls. So go ahead and call up. We're going to be talking about anything you want to talk about here in the next couple of minutes. But I'm just going to take a couple more of these Twitter shout-outs, and we're moving on here. We've got Hillary got trumped. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I can tell you, she sure as hell did there, boy. We've got Obama fixed America. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean, asshole? The fart whiffer. Oh, jeez, that's disgusting, man. Good God. We got Nutty Stool Sample. It's you guys are getting sick, man. You know what I mean? You guys are getting sick. I mean, Australia for Trump. Hey, it's good to see a name from down under out there. All right? I'm serious. I mean, all those Australian news outlets are literally taking a dirty diarrhea crap on Donald Trump. We really don't appreciate it. Anyway, we got Handy Capitalist in the house. Hey, did I read this correctly, or was this a troll? That people are purposely making themselves disabled so they can call themselves transabled? Have y'all heard about this crap? I mean, that's how sick we're getting. I'm not joking. People are purposely making themselves disabled so they can refer to themselves as transabled, for Christ's sake. That's how stupid, attention whore, rabbit hole we are going, for Christ's sake, man. Everybody's a freaking attention whore, and it makes me sick. We've got John Wants Autographs. Here we go with my wife's autograph, for Christ's sake. Shut up, all right? We got Christopher Smith. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Who else do we have here? Jesus Christ. I'm only going to take a couple of more of these because I can already see where this is going here. We've got Venison in the place. What's going on to Venison? How you doing, man? We've got Caroline on Go. Shut the hell up, you dumb moron. We've got Karaskin, even though he asked for my grandmother's autograph yesterday. God damn it. We've got NG Cosplay. Look, enough of the cosplay crap. Enough of the cosplay crap, all right? What is this? Ghost equals Trump's rent boy. Ghost equals... You son of a... Shut up your ass, you fruitball! Screw you! Screw you! Ghost equals Trump's rent boy. You shut up your... You know what? That's it. I'm not going to let you assholes ruin my Baller Friday, you son of a bitch. That's it, for Christ's sake, man. You people are pissing me off, all right? You people are pissing me off. Oh, my God, man. I'm so sick. I'm so freaking sick, man. I'm sick. Anyway, let me move all of the... Where's my mic? Give me the mic! Give me the goddamn mic! Look, I don't mind. I'm telling you this right goddamn now. I wouldn't mind ending this goddamn show early. So if y'all are going to continue to come at me like this on a freaking Baller Friday, I have no qualms with just saying the hell with this show and ending the show early and having myself a goddamn weekend, you sorry sacks of crap. Don't think I won't do it. Don't you dare think I won't do it, boy. Oh, my God. Anyway, let me move on, folks, all right? Anyway, before I start taking calls here, and look, we do have a new number. I did not get the memo from Blog Talk Radio, but apparently I am getting a new call-in number. For the meantime, 425-390-6146 does still work, but they now are advertising a new phone line on the web page whenever somebody is on the stream, so whichever one you want. I didn't get the memo. I don't know what the hell's going on, all right? But anyway, what I want to talk about really fast before I take your calls, folks, is I want to talk about Donald Trump assembling his cabinet. He is assembling his cabinet, folks, and let me tell you something right now. I'm kind of liking what's going on here, all right? I'm telling you, I like what's coming together. All right? I know there's a lot of people out here that I don't know what the hell they were expecting. But he's piecing together a pretty good cabinet. And look, lest we forget, folks, all right, he can can these people at any time, all right? I mean, lest we forget, do you remember the Treasury, the Department of Treasury, George W. Bush's first Department of Treasury? I mean, this was a guy that tried to infiltrate the Bush cabinet and show that, you know, there was something nefarious going on. I forgot the guy's name, for heaven's sake. But, you know, he easily freaking fired his ass and no one ever heard from him again. But anyway, let's listen to the new Trump administration, shall we? Now, we do have Mike Pence, of course. He is the vice president. We've got Steve Bannon. He, of course, is the chief consultant for the Trump campaign, or Trump administration, I should say. We got Reince Priebus, which is the chief of staff for the Trump administration. We've got Jeff Sessions that was announced this morning going to be the new Attorney General. Now, Jeff Sessions being the Attorney General basically proves Trump's focus, I should say, on immigration policy. This man is going to be staunch on enforcing immigration laws. We're going to see a whole new Department of Justice, I believe, with a Jeff Sessions. Now, I sincerely hope that the Department of Justice does something about Hillary Rodham Clinton. I suspect that, of course, Barack Obama is going to give Hillary Rodham Clinton the goddamn pardon, and I don't know where the hell that's going, but we still need Barack Obama to get out of office, folks, to be honest with you. This asshole's on his farewell tour, and he is agitating violence. I'm talking about Barack Obama. Barack Obama is agitating violence across the pond in his freaking final farewell apology tour, for heaven's sake, man. This guy is a complete and utter scumbag. And on top of which, folks, he's talking about pardoning. He's talking about giving a pardon to, quote, dreamer illegal immigrants. Can you believe this? Can you believe this guy? This guy is a complete and utter scumbag. This just proves that Obama hates America. He always hated America. He always hated America, for heaven's sake. And let me tell you, he's going to continue pushing down all these ridiculous executive orders. He's going to shove all kinds of things down our throats before he is going to leave into the sunset, for Christ's sake. I mean, this guy is a despicable human being. And for you people that voted for this man, I hope that you all burn in hell. I'm serious. I mean, and look, I don't mean to get so hateful, but by God, you people have really just extended the patience of not only myself, but every rational human being that is trying to hold their composure while you idiots are running amok in our America. You people are making me sick. And that's why I'm saying, if you help vote in this old regime, this old Democratic regime, this old leftist regime, this Barack Obama regime, if you help this come into power, then you should burn in hell. I'm serious, man. I can't believe that this man can do this to this country, man. He has literally kamikazed this country. And look, during his farewell apology tour, his last one, Barack Obama is making it more than apparent that he is a devout globalist, He cares more about the United Nations. He cares more about international institutions than he does about this country. He's saying it right now. He's saying it while he's out there on the farewell apology tour. He's saying it. I mean, he even said that we'll never go back to a world before globalization. I mean, this man is a globalist, folks. That's why he destroyed this country. Do you get that? I mean, I know some of you have been so dumbed down and you have been implanted with such ignorance that you are too stupid to comprehend this. But I'm telling you this right now. That's why America is in the economic peril that it's in. That's why it has the imbalanced trade deals. That's why Barack Obama is bringing in wild Yehudis into this country, non-vetted, with STDs, with tuberculosis, with all kinds of diseases. That's why he's bringing them in here, folks. The same reason Angela Merkel brought them into Germany. The same reason the French socialists brought them into France. They are trying to utilize these wild Yehudis as a precursor to implement totalitarianism as a bureaucratic institution. And we, as the American people, need to stand up to this. We need to stand up to this disgusting, despicable ignorance. That's why the fight is not over. Just because we won the presidency, we got to hold every one of these goddamn people's feet to the fire. And I'm talking about the establishment Republicans. I'm talking about the Paul Ryans. I'm talking about the Mitch McConnells. I'm talking about these other ass cracks that are a part of the goddamn Republican institution that were there trying to thwart a Donald Trump presidency. We got to hold these assholes' feet to the fire. And not to mention, we got to be very vigilant about this mainstream media that is continuously lying, continuously spreading slanderous lies about the Donald Trump administration, about the Trump train, and about us that are trying to make America great again. They are spreading slanderous lies. And those of us that are on social media, that have blogs, that have vlogs, I mean, whatever your communication sphere is, or your influence, by God, utilize it to expose the contradictions of the mainstream media. Use it to expose the lies that are being projected, folks. We got to keep at it, man. They're going to keep at us. So we got to keep at them. Do you understand me? We cannot stop. We have to make America great again. I've said this before, and I will say it again. Liberty and freedom is not given to you. You have to take it. I'm going to say that one more again. Liberty and freedom is not given to you. It is taken. You got to take it. And that's what the people are doing right now. We're taking it. We're taking our freedom. We're taking our liberty, for Christ's sake. And I know that we have a bunch of mindless, idiot, pathetic, useless, liberal pieces of millennial trash out here that are out here causing a bunch of ruckus, that are causing a bunch of riots. Well, by God, folks, we just got to make sure that we figure out a way to rectify that situation. And one way to rectify that situation, folks, is first and foremost, and in my personal opinion, I hope that nothing is done about the college debt situation. I sincerely hope nothing is done, and I hope these millennial pieces of ignorant trash suffer for the rest of their lives so they can remember that the whole reason why they are in a lifetime of debt for a stupid piece of paper before they were even in the job market was because their stupid asses wasn't aware politically and wasn't aware that Barack Obama was the man who nationalized the student debt program and prohibited you from filing your student debt in bankruptcy just like your professors have done. That's why your professors don't have goddamn student debt, because they just basically wrote off their goddamn student debt in bankruptcy. But you can't do that anymore, folks. And you can't blame anybody else but Barack Obama. So, Donald Trump, if you're listening, screw these stupid little snot-nosed brat idiot kids that are out here in traumatic amounts of debt. All right? Let that be a life lesson, you stupid morons. Let that be a life lesson that all those stupid, ignorant, dumbass leftist professors that agitated your stupid, simplistic minds and that told you to go out there and protest and told you that being a social justice warrior was going to get you somewhere in life. I want you all to remember that. I want you all to remember that when you have all that debt and you can't pay for it and you can't get a job because you know no one wants to pay some asshole who's got a PhD in underwater basket weaving. They don't want to pay an asshole who's got a master's degree in philosophy. They don't want to pay these morons. Do you understand me? And I cannot wait to the day when these people start rounding you up and throwing you into a debtor's prison because, folks, I strongly advise you to research for yourself. Department of Education SWAT team, all right? They're slowly but surely starting to round people up that are trying to evade their obligations on paying the government because that's who you're paying, folks. On a student debt, you're paying the goddamn government. You're going to have to pay that for the rest of your life. Huh? So enjoy your little pissing ground, stupefied, drunkified, social justice warrior-fied, safe space, crying game bullshit, excuse my French, out there in college because you're going to pay for it for the rest of your life. And Donald Trump, don't do nothing. Don't lift a finger for these pieces of trash. Let them figure it out. All right? They made the decision. All right? They listened to their mommy and daddy. They listened to the government-funded teachers, and they put themselves in debt. So let them figure it out, all right? So for all you people that are out there in student debt, that are jobless, that are living off freaking mommy and daddy's freaking sofa, you know what? Piss off. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for your asses, all right? Ain't nobody feeling sorry for your asses. So go out and get a job and shut your mouth. Get back to work. You stupid little pricks. Get back to work. Anyway, folks, let me move on with the rest of the assembled cabinet of the Trump administration. We talked, of course, about Jeff Sessions becoming the Attorney General. Michael T. Flynn, General Michael T. Flynn. Of course, I've been a person who has been vocal about Michael T. Flynn before Trump even tapped him for an advisor in his campaign. Michael T. Flynn now is going to be the national security advisor for Donald Trump, which literally he'll be his right-hand man as it relates to any kind of national security issues. And, of course, Michael T. Flynn is one of those generals that believes that a radical Islam is a major component of destabilization in the globe today, and that's going to be a point of emphasis of national security for Michael T. Flynn. All right, I mean, if anybody knows it, it's this man. This guy used to be the head of the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency, which is the CIA for the Pentagon, exclusively for the Pentagon. Now, we've got ourselves another appointee here, Michael Pompeo. This is a representative of Kansas, a former Army officer, a Tea Party member. He has now been tapped for the director of CIA. I'm not too, I don't know, this is pretty much of a nothing burger. I don't see anything in Pompeo's past that, suggests that this guy's going to be some kind of rogue agent or rogue element, much like Brennan is. And for you folks that are not familiar with the current CIA head at this point in time, this guy is a complete lunatic. He is utilizing the CIA for his own kicks, and I am glad, and it's going to be a great day when the current CIA head at this point in time is no longer there. This guy is literally a devout Muslim. All right, he's a Wahhabist. He spent a lot of time in Saudi Arabia, and as far as I'm concerned, the current CIA director needs to be removed. All right, so when I hear Mike Pompeo, former Army officer, a man who has made his own money, making his own businesses, a Tea Party member, it's pretty much of a nothing burger, but that's what you want for a CIA director as far as I'm concerned. And last but not least, Mike Huckabee. Mike Huckabee is going to be the ambassador of Israel, if I'm not mistaken, and is going to have an office in Jerusalem. So once again, folks, it seems to me that the assembly of Trump's cabinet is coming together. You know what I mean? And in my personal opinion, I don't know. I think that this is coming together nicely because remember, he can't just throw a bunch of.
This Tuesday through Saturday at Kohl's, only once a year, friends and family save a little more with an extra 25% off, so you can give a little more this holiday. It's time to get cozy, so bundle up for the tree lighting with Madden Girl outerwear, just $39.99. Spread some holiday cheer with girls' festive sweaters for only $19.99. And give a cozy night's sleep with men's sleep sets, just $19.99. Kohl's. Select styles, offer valid 12/6 through 12/10. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
He can't just throw a bunch of, rogue elements and outsiders into a government bureaucratic system. He has to work within some element of the bureaucratic system, people who understand how to construct a bureaucratic system. That's why he has Reince Priebus, former chair of the RNC, as his chief of staff, probably guiding him with Mike Pence. Of course, Mike Pence is a person who has been around in Congress for a long period of time, of course, now governor of Indiana. So I think this is coming along real nicely as far as I'm concerned. I love the no lobbying for 5-year pledge. If anyone does come aboard on the Trump administration, they cannot lobby for 5 years thereafter. Of course, Mike Pence has gotten rid of all the lobbyists that have been a part of the Trump campaign. So, they're draining the swamp, to say the least. Donald Trump is starting right off the bat. And let me tell you, this is one of the first presidents that I've ever seen in my lifetime that started off right off the bat, right when they were elected, to just start kicking ass and taking names. You got Donald Trump talking to all kinds of world leaders. Literally, World War III was thwarted. You got Vladimir Putin saying that he wants to restore full diplomatic relations again with America. You've got Duarte, who was the Philippine president, saying that he wants to reestablish or talk to Trump, so to speak. A lot of good things are happening, man. You got the dollar at an all-time high. The stock market isn't doing too bad. You've got, people anticipating Obamacare being lifted within the first 100 days of the administration. You've got people anticipating lower taxes within the first 100 days of the administration. So I'm waiting for this, man. It is going to be a capitalist America again, and anybody who is in the position of being a capitalist, whether you have a small brick-mortar business, whether you are an independent service, or you sell a product, or whatever the case might be, folks, this is our time now. This is our time, and I can't wait for it, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. Every day I wake up, I feel more and more better about the country. Even though we do have all these stupid, ignorant, dumbass, absent-minded, psychotropic, drug-induced liberal millennials out here crying like a bunch of long-haired, bedwetting hippies, for Christ's sake, I still feel optimistic for America here. But once again, folks, we got to keep at it. And once again, liberty and freedom is not given. We must take it, and we're taking it now, and we got to keep taking. We got to keep at it. We can't stop, folks. We cannot stop. Oh, yeah, and by the way, here's Brennan, of course, the CIA head, the current CIA director right here. Thanks for Bad Mem X86. CIA director admits voting for communists in the past. So this is the crap right now that's leading the CIA, all right? Right here. Look at that. CIA admits voting for communists. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and open up the phone lines on this Baller Friday free format edition. I want to hear from you, folks. Just give me a call right now at 425-390-6146. And when I call on your area code, we're going to hear what you have to say. What do you want to talk about? All right? And look, if you're a troll terrorist or cyber vermin jerk dick, can you please refrain from doing anything ridiculously immature and pathetic until Radio Graffiti, you stupid, dumb, idiot, milky lickers, all right? All right? Is that hard enough? Jesus Christ. And before I get to these phone calls here, I want to say cheers first and foremost to all the capitalists that are basking in their success today. And for you folks that are just tuning in and are first-time listeners, that's why we call this Baller Friday, because us capitalists like to utilize this day and partake in our favorite vices while basking in the success of this week. And that's what we do on a Baller Friday. So I want to say first and foremost, cheers to the capitalists in America and throughout the world. Cheers, keep capitalizing, baby, and always remember the world revolves around us, because without us capitalists, the world would go back to feudalism. The world would go back to a prehistoric time where mercantilism and feudalism and serfdom was the means of production. And we ain't never going back to that, baby. So I want to say cheers to the capitalists, and I want to say cheers to the capitalist army, cheers to the Trump train, and cheers to the man who's making it all happen. And with God's will, he stays safe until he's inaugurated president January 20th. I want to say cheers to Donald Trump. Cheers, baby, cheers. Oh, man, that's some good stuff right there. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to the phone lines on this free format Baller Friday edition of the broadcast here. Let's go ahead and get to some callers here. I want to hear from you. What do you want to discuss? Anything you want to talk about? All right, I'm going to go ahead and get to some callers right now and see if we can have some decent conversation with folk. All right? I'm serious. I just want to have some decent conversation with folk. Anyway, let's see if we can get anybody out here. Once again, 425-390-6146 is the number to call. How about area code 630? You're on the air on this Baller Friday.
Oh, hey, Ghost. Thanks for taking my call. 2 days in a row.
How's it going, man?
For me, pretty good. Yeah, I just got done with work. Capitalizing for the day. Got off my job. I work for I do some computer work for a major insurance company. So finished my degree, computer science degree, and now I'm working. Got my useful degree, unlike these morons getting philosophy and whatnot. Gender studies.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, anything in the STEM area of studies right now is highly in demand. But what do you want to talk about today, sir? I'm glad to hear that you're capitalizing and basking in your success on this Baller Friday. You have anything on your mind that you want to discuss?
Not really. I guess I could talk about work a little bit. Some interesting stuff was going on. So, like I said, I'm pretty fresh out of college, but so I work in this tech department of the major insurance company, and they hire mostly these Indian contract workers. So I don't know, honestly, if they're here on the H-1B visas or not. Don't really talk to them about that at work, but they're all great people. They all are really hardworking. And but one thing that's interesting here is so we're in the process of hiring a couple new people here, and they actually asked me to help interview some of these people. So me, fresh out of college, helping interview these guys, and the people we're interviewing are.
Well, that's pretty interesting, man. I mean, you're fresh out of college, computer science degree. They're asking you, hey, why don't you help us out? Why don't you, kind of decipher or at least give us some insight on whether or not these people we're interviewing even have the skills to pay the bills? So that's pretty good, man. So what's your assessment on the people that you are seeing interviewed in these interviews?
Well, this is the thing, Ghost, because my position, the position they're being hired for is kind of an entry-level position. It really takes, I'm fresh out of college, like I said, but the people we're looking at for these positions are people with like master's degrees in computer engineering who have like 15 years experience on the job, and they're more of these Indian people. So really they're being taken advantage of, and it feels a little bad hiring these people for jobs that they're obviously overqualified for.
So, man, right now what you're saying is that anybody in the computer industry or computer science industry with experience seems to be suffering, and it's reflected by you being in the interview process and witnessing people with massive amounts of experience going and attempting to try to get an entry-level job?
Well, that's kind of what I'm seeing, and we actually did a different interview process a couple months back with a couple, and it was the same situation. These Indian guys come in, and they have heaps of experience, and they're applying for these kind of entry-level positions. And I know there were 4 candidates. 2 of them are these Indian guys, and then 2 of them were the white guys. And I was only in on one of these interviews. But we hired the 2 Indian guys. So, the 2 white guys, I can only assume, had just less experience. But they probably were.
Well, aside from less experience, were you privy to the salary demands on any of these people? Is it possible that possibly the expected salary put on a given application was a little lower on the Indians than there was on the Americans?
That's a good question. I don't know. I wasn't given that information. I never asked. Didn't think it was appropriate to ask about that. But that does make sense to me that it would be.
No, I completely understand. Hey, thank you very much for sharing that story. But it underscores that even in these high-end tech field positions, folks, that competition is fierce. And, you got to compete now with a lot of folks that are from other parts of the world that are highly educated in these fields. And in my personal opinion, I think that the reason that they chose those Indian fellers is because they probably put down a less salary base than the Americans that had more experience or as much experience. And that's really the name of the game. And, I'm looking on Twitter, and Squid Girl said, I honestly hope the caller with the computer science degree is not interviewing his replacement. That's really the sad part about it as well, man. So I hope that it isn't. I think that, they hired this guy right out of college. He's got a computer science degree. I think they want to move him up rather quick. They wouldn't be putting him in at an interview process if they didn't want to have this gentleman at least there for at least a few years. So we shall see what's going on here. Thank you very much for calling in, sir, and hopefully good luck on your job, your future endeavors, and hopefully you being sitting in on the interview means that you're going to be something a little bit higher in the company in the near future. Let's take some more callers on this free format Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show. 425-390-6146 is the number to call. We're discussing whatever you want to talk about, all right? Whatever you want to discuss, man, all right? We got 805 on the horn. What do you want to talk about on this Baller Friday?
Stop! You're freaking retarded! Stephen Beck is a nut!
All right, we get it, for Christ's sake, you stupid moron, all right? Why don't you take your little domestic issues and shove them up your ass? Jesus Christ. How about 704? You're on the horn on this Baller Friday. Hey, 704, you there? You're just gonna play with the Peter Popper. Are you not gonna say anything? I'll call you right back right now if you're not gonna say anything. You say something or I'm calling you back. All right, let's call this idiot, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Sick of these losers calling up and just being Helen Keller deaf mutes, for Christ's sake. I'm sick of them. Call his ass back, engineer, goddammit. I'm sick of these freaking idiots that are just sitting there on cue, for Christ's sake, not saying a goddamn thing, like a bunch of stupid, no personality having jerk-offs. Call them up, engineer, goddammit. Jesus Christ with these losers.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, who is this?
Oh, I didn't have my hand up. I'm sorry, man.
You did have your hand up. What are you talking about? You did. You had your hand up. Why didn't you say anything?
No, I didn't. I just didn't know specific. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. Well, I'll take that as a. Do you want to give a shout out? Do you want to say anything or?
Oh, just shout out to the Capitalist Army then in the tiny chat.
All right, man. Well, no problem. I mean, look. Hey, all right, if you're on the queue right now, all right, and you pushed a number while you were, like, literally, waiting, that means that you got your hand up and you want to be called on. And when I call on you and you don't have you don't say anything, I mean, give me a break, all right? God damn it, it's a Friday! Jesus Christ. Look, I'm sorry, folks. I'm a little edgy here because I know that come Radio Graffiti time, these idiots are going to sit here and talk crap. And they're going to ruin my Baller Friday. I know this. I know these idiots. How about 714? You're on the horn on this Baller Friday.
Hey, what's up, Ghost? This is Z Frostwire. How you doing, man? Happy Baller Friday to you, the Capitalist Army, and the Inner Circle.
Hey, what's going on, Z Frostwire? How you doing on this Baller Friday, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little busy at the moment. I just wanted to call in to say Happy Baller Friday to everybody, to all the listeners and stuff. So I hope you guys all have a great day.
All right, man. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it here. I tell you what, we have a lot of anonymouses on here, and I'm not gonna call these anonymouses, all right? Because I know what y'all are going to do. You're going to play your little stupid, dumbass, stupid song, your stupid splices. So you know what? We're going to do something a little bit different, all right? Since, these idiots are not, no one's going to call up, no one wants to talk about anything, or they're going to be Helen Keller deaf mutes. Let's go ahead and just do an impromptu Ask Ghost via Twitter. How about that? All right? Ask me anything right now via Twitter, and I'll answer it, all right? I mean, come on, man. It's a free-format Baller Friday. I mean, what's wrong? Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you no-personality having jerk dicks? I mean, don't you all have a holiday next week, for Christ's sake? What the hell's your goddamn problem? What the hell's your goddamn problem, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. Good God. Give me a freaking mic. Give me a mic. Give me a freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. Come on. Oh, my God. Who's my favorite political philosopher? Probably Milton Friedman. All right? Probably Milton Friedman. Do I eat white bread or wheat bread? Is that really a question? How about who gives a crap? How about that? I mean, seriously, both. I eat both. You know what I mean? Who cares? I mean, it's bread. All right? What made you embrace the name Ghostler? What are you talking about? Everybody's calling me Ghostler. I assumed command of the meme wars. That's what I did, all right? I assumed command of the meme wars. Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler, you! Hey, Ghost, can an artist be a capitalist? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? I've got a few artists in the inner circle that have their own art galleries and are making gang loads of cash. What are you talking about, man? What are your words on Jorge Ramos? Send that idiot back to wherever the hell he came from, for Christ's sake. He's an agitating piece of trash that knows that he can continue his journalistic career by acting like some stupid agitator, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. What's your opinion on the rock band Rush? I think they're great musicians, don't get me wrong, but that guy's pipsqueak little voice. I mean, I hate that guy's voice, man. You know what I mean? I hate that guy's voice. I hate it. Oh, Tom Sawyer, me, hi, How do I get in the inner circle? Well, look. First and foremost, okay, I know that people want to get in the inner circle. It limited the inner circle to about 300 members. Now, we don't have 300 members. We've got about 265, I believe. I believe we have 265. So I'll consider, selling the remainder to 300, because I want 300, you know what I mean? I want 300 in the inner circle, like Sparta! Like Sparta! So that's that's what I want, for Christ's sake. Anyway, how do you stay motivated? I stay motivated from the money, for the love of the money. For the love of money. Got to make that money, man. Money, man. Got to make that money. That's what keeps me motivated, baby. I look on the scoreboard, I look at the money, I look at, hey, I can get some more badass scotch. I can get some more cigars. I can go out and get some badass steaks. I can go out in the town. I can take some trips. I can make my own life. I can do what I feel. I can do what I like. Anyway, talk about how you think the strong dollar might make it hard for Trump to really restart manufacturing if it stays high. It'll actually be hard, not necessarily on the value of the dollar there, Tom. It'll be hard based upon the high interest rates that the Federal Reserve will implement if they happen to, raise the basis points up about 5 to 10 points, because the whole purpose of raising the interest rates is raising the interest rates on lending money. So if, for instance, a entrepreneur wants to start some kind of manufacturing setup, wants to start some kind of business, buy capital goods, they need to take loans out to do that. And if they're going to take loans out to do that, you're going to have interest rates at 5 to 10%, and that would retard any potential growth in any kind of potential manufacturing base. But at the same time, Tom, we do have about an estimated $4 trillion sitting offshore from multinational American companies that they're waiting to bring that in. The only reason they haven't brought it in is because the Obama administration refuses to allow a more realistic type tax scheme to allow these multinationals to bring this $4 trillion into the country. Now, for you folks that are asking, well, wait a minute, why do they have $4 trillion offshore? Well, because, folks, these are multinational corporations that are based in America, and they made money in other markets across the world. Now, what happens is that when they make money in, let's say, Ireland or in Britannia or in elsewhere, they make money and have to pay the taxes of that particular country. And a lot of those taxes, folks, I mean, Europe, it's very, very high. You got tax rates sometimes 40, 50% ranges, possibly more in some European countries. And as a result, whatever profits is remaining thereafter, the multinational corporations cannot bring that profit into America without being taxed again. All right? Without being taxed again. And I think that Donald Trump within the first 100 days is going to rectify that situation, and that, in my personal opinion, could help fuel any potential attempt at the Federal Reserve from stopping growth by raising interest rates 5 to 10 basis points. But that's my personal opinion. All right? Now, here's Correct the Record. Do you agree that Hillary won the popular election? Hey, that's not what the Constitution says, assholes, all right? This isn't a constitutional election, or excuse me, this isn't a popular election. This is a constitutional election here, all right? We have an electoral college. Take a look at the electoral college map and look at the sea of red all across the country, all right? And the only places that you see these massive amounts of blue is in these highly condensed metropolises that have millions of people, and not to mention millions of immigrants, all right? I mean, that's the only thing that created a better popular vote for Hillary Clinton. But take a look at the electoral map, folks. A sea of red, baby. And on top of which, Donald Trump won the electoral college hands down. I mean, this wasn't barely a win. I mean, this wasn't some 272, 275 type of win. I mean, this guy won Michigan. He won Pennsylvania. He won Wisconsin. I mean, he won states that these people didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the Happy Merchant is asking, when will I go on a philosophical religious rant again? I love those. I don't know. Sometimes it freaks people out, man. Sometimes when I get a little bit too philosophical and religious, people get a little freaked out. You know what I mean? And I don't want to freak people out, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Anyway, how do you think capitalist economies will handle the pressure from a still growing global population and dwindling resources? Well, I think what we need to do is implement true capitalism. We have not produced true capitalism ever in any country in this world. And when we implement true capitalism, we're not going to have fast-growing global populations. because we're not going to have governments taking care of people just because they were shitted out of somebody's womb, for Christ's sake. And you see, this will force people to have to go to work or produce something so that they can sustain their level of survival. And then maybe if they go beyond sustenance, that's when they can think about procreating. But you see, folks, we have gotten this dramatic increase of procreation thanks to, like, socialist endeavors, all right? And that's enough. We've had about enough of this crap, all right? That's about enough. Do you think Apple should pay the $13 billion they owe in tax to the Irish government? Absolutely not. I mean, I know what they did there. Let me tell you what the Irish government is doing. And it's not just the Irish government doing this. It's the EU that's also doing this as well. All right? They're trying to be bean counters. They're trying to miraculously come up with taxes that were, you forgot to pay this tax for the past 10 to 15 years. And they're trying to extort money out of multinational corporations because, with all due respect, these countries that are trying to extort these companies, they're insolvent. Many of these countries need the money. So no, absolutely not. I don't think that that Apple should pay 1 red cent to Ireland, as far as I'm concerned. All right? I mean, that is an extortion of money. You understand it? An extortion of money, for Christ's sake. Do I do any exercises in the morning? And if so, what are they? I lift a few weights. That's about it. I'm not some freaking bodybuilder or anything of that nature, but, you want to do a little bit of weights, and literally it's like maybe 20 minutes of weights, and, maybe do some walking for about 20 minutes, and that's about it. And everything else is pretty much, life, and not to mention, remember, folks, you gotta fuel your machine, and your machine is your body. So you want to make sure to properly nourish your body with the proper nutrients and vitamins and minerals necessary so you can go full throttle, for Christ's sake, man. So you can go full damn throttle. Anyway, let me see. Will Trump get rid of EBT and welfare? No, unfortunately, he can't do that. He's going to have to roll it back. All right? Because if he rolls it back, he can incrementally phase it out. But if you just dramatically just take it away, take a look at what happened early June when EBT payments were 2 weeks late. People started wrecking stores. People started wrecking corner stores, for Christ's sake. And this is the kind of ridiculous, petulant, childlike mentality that is induced by giving people stuff. All right? And that's why I don't think anybody should be giving a goddamn thing. I'm serious. I mean, once you start giving people things, they just expect it. And then when you stop it, they act like petulant, stupid, dumbass children. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, let's move on here. I'm going to take a couple more questions here. Will you create an investment opportunity with your inner circle in the new year? Absolutely. We just got to, maybe wait for the new tax laws to be passed. We want to make sure we know what ventures are going to be more profitable. Because as I stated, folks, a certain level of wealth and keeping wealth and gaining wealth is tax planning. Always remember, tax planning is a key to gaining and sustaining wealth. And what you do, folks, is you have to be able to not only be able to get the money, but keep the money, kind of like what Donald Trump did. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to use these loopholes. You got to use the laws to your advantage. And absolutely, I mean, we're going to talk about that here at first of the year, man. As a matter of fact, this week, since it's going to be a holiday week, I'm going to do a whole bunch of things. I'm going to put the Inner Circle in a email list so that the Inner Circle gets instant emails for Inner Circle news, Inner Circle meetings, things of that nature. I'm trying to create an Inner Circle exclusive website, so on and so forth. So once again, folks, for you folks that want to be with the Inner Circle, I think there's about 260, 265. I got to go look to the database to go look and make sure again. I want an even 300 300 in the inner circle, so it can be like Sparta. And we'll see when those go on sale. I'm not in a rush to expand the inner circle. I'm actually very happy with every member of the inner circle, except a couple of them that know who they are, that are troll terrorists, and that think that that they're going to utilize this as a troll mechanism. And of course, if that's the case, they'll just be ousted. It's not a big deal. Anyway, let me continue going here. Is stockbroking a good career? I don't know. Have you ever seen a stockbroker? I mean, they don't look like, it's literally the blue collar of Wall Street, the stockbrokers. You want to be the stock trader, baby. You want to be the man that trades the stocks. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the man that puts the money down and creates profits. You don't want to be the guy running the stock on the floor. I mean, in my opinion, unless that's what you want to do. Unless that's what you want to do. Any advice on coming across as confident in interviews? Well, you know something? I have to tell you something about interviews, okay? I don't think that you should be too confident in an interview. In my personal opinion, I believe that if you come across as too confident, if you come across as too articulate, if you come across as too smart, you become a threat to the person that is interviewing you. Because remember, folks, nobody wants anybody better than them in a particular position. And a lot of people in personnel, folks, believe it or not, if they get a sense that you're actually smarter than they are or a threat to their position, they're not going to hire you. Now, in my personal opinion, what you should do is focus more or less upon confidence, but focus more on your willingness to want to do the job, your eagerness to want to get into the profession, and always emphasize, even if you're not going to want to be there for a long time, emphasize that you want to be in your job for the long term, and that you want to be a team player, and that that you can take orders, because literally when you're at a job, you have to say that you could get the job done. That you can, you could be told what to do and do the job right, that sort of thing. Don't act too confident, all right? Don't act too confident. Don't act too cocky, because I'm telling you, personnel does not like that one bit, all right? They'll just say, oh, look at this cocky bastard. He's going to take my job. All right, he's going to take my job. Oh, my God, he's going to take my job. And I'm serious, folks. I don't think that being overconfident would help you in any kind of job position whatsoever. As a matter of fact, why do you think that you get the proverbial, oh, well, we just think that you're a little too overqualified?
Cold weather is here, so stay warm with the most thoughtful sale of the year. Now through Monday, you can get up to $175 off the Nest Learning Thermostat. It learns your schedule and the temperature you like, so it keeps you comfortable when you're home and turns itself down when you're gone, which means it can help you save energy all year long. Get it at the Home Depot now and save on the Nest Learning Thermostat while you still can. Now less is more cozy. Get $50 off now and up to $125 back from Southern California Edison. Limit 1. Terms apply for eligible utility customers.
I mean, have you ever heard of such a thing? I just think that you're just too overqualified. You're overqualified because they don't want you in their place of employment because they're afraid that in a couple of years you're going to take their position. So that's all I'm saying. Do I like Nirvana? Yeah, of course I like Nirvana. It was probably the last significant musical movement was grunge movement. And unfortunately, I think the byproduct of the grunge movement is a lot of these fruiters that you see out here today. But I think it was the last significant movement out there in music history, or at least American music history. I mean, what the hell else has come about? I mean, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like EDM, but, yeah, come on, man. Anybody can do EDM. I mean, you got assholes that are splicing my freaking voice with beats, for Christ's sake, that sound as good as these freaking EDM ass cracks. You know what I'm saying? Is Alex Jones a fear-mongering capitalist? I think he was at one point. Don't get me wrong. I think that that's how he based his career. But now that he has broken the canonization of legitimacy, you notice he's taken a big step back on a lot of the stuff that he used to talk about. You know, he's taking a little big step back about lizards and, UFOs and chimeras and what the hell else he used to talk? He used to talk about weird stuff, man. You know, he doesn't talk about that no more. He doesn't talk about that no more. You know what I mean? But at this point in time, I think that his particular network is actually doing some fairly decent work. I mean, and that's basically what I got to say about Alex Jones. I don't want to toot his horn too much because he rips me off on a daily basis, and everybody knows it. Anybody that watches that son of a bitch knows it. Anyway, let's continue going on here. Once again, you want to ask me a question, just tweet at me at PoliticsGhost with the question, and I'll go ahead and answer it for you here. We're asking questions for Ghost since no one wants to talk on this freaking Baller Friday. Anyway, Inner Circle, New Year's Eve party, serious man, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that New Year's Eve party. It's just not enough time. And I just don't know about that, man. I'm sorry. I tentatively said that, but I don't know. Oh, what do I think about the Trump University settlement? That's a very good point. It's a very good question. Unfortunately, Donald Trump had to settle this damn case because he's president, first and foremost, and he wants it to go away. Now, unfortunately, the reason that Donald Trump had to settle this out is because, let's be honest, folks, all right, these morons that believe that they're going to go to a university think that because they went there, they're supposed to get some kind of a corporate mogul job, or that millions of dollars are supposed to, fall on their lap. And because people are this stupid, they can file class action lawsuits to this capacity. And it's very sad. Now, it didn't help, folks, that ITT Tech closed down, Everest University closed down. All these damn little technical trade schools have all closed down, and the reason is, folks, is because they have literally gotten their funds cut because they would make their money off of the po people in America who qualified for government grants or student loans, all right? And you see, now that these trade schools no longer fall under the category of a appropriate school for a government grant system, that's why all these sons of bitches have shut down. Now, had these universities like ITT Tech and Everest, had not had that, and it was a purely private university, I think that them son of the bitches would have been sued a long time ago. And I honestly believe that if these dumb idiot kids that are protesting all across the country get smart, they could get a class action lawsuit against their university as well. Because let me tell you something right now, that is the reasoning behind everybody suing Trump University. And let me tell you, I have a good friend out here in San Antonio, Texas, all right? His name is Armando Montalongo, all right? And this guy, I knew this guy when he was a house flipper. Now this guy is doing much like what Donald Trump is doing. He's doing like a kind of a seminar-based kind of educational system that teaches people how to flip houses. And I told this guy that, man, I'm telling you, this is a recipe for disaster. I know there's a lot of money in this. I know there's a lot of money in teaching people how to do stuff. But, man, once you start, and let me tell you, that's the problem with Trump University. That's the problem that's going to happen with Montalongo. They ask these people to drop at least 5,000 to 10,000 apiece, if not more, so that they can attend these educational seminars. And because they attended these educational seminars, these idiots believe that money is supposed to fall on their lap. I mean, it's just like some of these morons in the morning. Whenever I suggest stocks and they don't go high really fast, these morons are like, "You don't know what you're talking about, Ghost. You don't know nothing. I got ripped off and I mean, you have to understand, people are so stupid and ignorant. They think that because they are told to do something and it doesn't go the way it's supposed to, like it's a fucking instruction book, excuse my French, then it's everybody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's Donald Trump's fault. It's my mama's fault. It's my daddy's fault. It's his fault. No, you son of a bitch, it's your fault. You're an idiot. You're stupid. You're pathetic, and that's why you didn't make anything out of yourself. So unfortunately, Donald Trump had to settle this case out, first of all because he's president, and secondly, he had that freaking, that Gonzalo, whatever the hell his name is, that La Raza Unida judge son of a bitch that ruled against him to begin with. All right? So I have no qualms with what Donald Trump had to do. As a matter of fact, I feel sorry for the guy that he actually had to drop $25 million to a bunch of ungrateful, disgusting, loser people, because that's what I think they are, in my personal opinion. The people that sued Donald Trump are lifelong losers, and you see, that's the problem. That's the problem with trying to teach people and then charge for that teaching. If they don't become whatever they think they're supposed to become, they all of a sudden think it's your fault, even though it's their dumbass loser faults for not applying the goddamn knowledge that was relayed at these seminars and applying it to their pathetically anal lives. Anyway, folks, my apologies. We are now well in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Once again, if you have not already done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. And, of course, folks, if you haven't already done so, please bookmark, or I should say bookmark or favorite the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right, now let me go ahead and continue to answer some of these Twitter questions that are sitting here that are being asked right now. Let's go ahead and ask some of these. Let's answer some more questions before we get to some goddamn radio graffiti. All right. Now let's see who we got here. All right. Now we've got. Did I watch the Young Turks meltdown on Election Day? Absolutely. All right? Abso-freaking-lutely. Where is Julian Assange? Look, let me explain something. I know that there was some idiot on 4chan here recently claiming to be a part of WikiLeaks, claiming that, the WikiLeaks has been usurped, we're not a part of it anymore, yada, yada, yada. That's a complete troll, first and foremost. And if it isn't, let me explain something to you. Julian Assange, as well as a lot of people within the intelligence community, all right, literally colluded with, there was a bunch of people. That's why Steve Pieczenik came out and said that there was a coup going on, because there was a consortium of people, folks, intelligence services, the FBI, NYPD, factions of the governments, hackers, you name it. It was this consortium of people that collaborated that were able to expose the information that we saw exposed in WikiLeaks. Now, because of this, and because of the precarious situation that Julian Assange finds himself in with the Swedish rape charges and him barricaded in the Ecuador embassy in London, this man has been co-opted into the American intelligence community. And the reason he was because he was in the precarious situation that he was in. So the intelligence community, as well as a variety of different people that were able to obtain the information that had been released for the past, for the past 6-7 months, it was done so at the behest of certain intelligence agencies. That's the whole reason why Julian Assange was able to obtain a lot of this very, very crucial information relating to the DNC, to Podesta, specifically Podesta. The DNC leak came from internal. As I stated, folks, Seth Rich was the leaker of that particular information, and somebody blew his cover, and miraculously he got shot in a robbery in the back, which I've never heard of in my life. And they didn't take anything, okay, but it was a robbery. He got shot, 3 or 4 times in the back. And that's it, and the rest is history out there in Washington, D.C. And, folks, if you have, read about the satanic child pedophilia, comet ping pong, conspiracy that's happening amongst Washington, D.C., you know it's very easy for these idiots to just kind of cover each other's asses out there. It's that disgusting. Why do you think Donald Trump isn't staying out there in Washington, D.C., and is sticking to his hood out there in New York and in Trump Tower? He's not a stupid man. He's not a stupid man. Now, anyway, since Julian Assange was co-opted into the intelligence agency, well, into the intelligence community, let's put it that way, he was given information that he in turn released to the public. And because of this, he aided the intelligence community of the United States. Now, at this point in time, he is utilizing different conduits in an attempt to try to get either a pardon or drop of the charges or asylum from Donald Trump himself. And that's why yesterday, when I discussed the nuances and the differences between Edward Snowden and Julian Assange, those nuances are not, they vast in comparison. I mean, you've got Edward Snowden, who was a member of the intelligence community. I mean, he didn't leak information, folks. This guy took terabytes of information, all right, and literally just went rogue, went AWOL. And he started releasing some of this information to certain journalists, and then after that stopped leaking the information once he got safe passage into Russia. And now that he's in Russia, folks, he seems to be having some kind of a petty bourgeoisie life, for Christ's sake. And in my personal opinion, I think he committed treason. I mean, you can't sit here, all right? You can't sit here and try to steal classified information, being entrusted as a damn Secret Service intelligence, or excuse me, secret intelligence agency servicemen out here. I mean, you can't do that. You can't just steal terabytes of information and then head off to Russia and think nothing's going to happen to you, Snowden. You're a traitor. Unlike Julian Assange, folks, Julian Assange, as I stated, he developed a encryption codec that allows anybody who wants to leak information to WikiLeaks to do so with complete anonymity. Now, of course, what Julian Assange doesn't tell you is that he's the ultimate gatekeeper of who actually leaked the information. I want to be honest with you about that. He knows who leaked the information, all right? He wrote the goddamn encryption. He knows, all right? Anyway, that's all he did. I mean, and then once he receives the information from an anonymous source, he overlooks the information, he verifies it, and makes sure that the information has a level of authenticity, and then releases it absolutely free. He doesn't gain any kind of financial. He doesn't gain anything financially. He doesn't, sell the information. He's not being housed by the Russians for the information. I mean, literally, he's giving the information away for free. So basically, he's just a conduit. There is no reason for this man to be arrested whatsoever. Unfortunately, if the leakers got caught, possible punishment could be implemented on the leakers. But that's the risk that a leaker takes. We need leakers. We need whistleblowers. We need people to expose corruption. We need these people with conscience out here. And as I stated, Julian Assange, all he did was take information that was given to him, authenticize it, verify it, and then put it right to the public absolutely free. All right? He like I said, he didn't sell it to Russia. He's not selling it. He very well could, folks. I mean, to be honest with you, Julian Assange, let me tell you something about Julian, man. Julian Assange comes from the era of the internet when, man, this is like the 90s, man. I mean, everybody was a leftist. And when I mean leftist, I'm not talking about politically leftist. I'm talking about leftist in the digital regard. Oh, man, open source and copy left and giving everything away for free. Believe it or not, that was the MO. That was the modus operandi initially during the first several years of the internet. I would say from about 93 to about 97. All right? From about 93 to about 97 is when literally, open source, copy left, Creative Commons, everything was like free this, free that. And the purpose was to keep the information of technology open source. The purpose also was to not have an overlord or an oligarch be in control of technology because they have a certain, graphic user interface program that's exclusive to them. We didn't believe, the people at that time didn't believe that anybody should have exclusivity of modern technology, and it should be widely distributed to all. But that all changed, folks, when Windows 98 came around and more assholes came on the internet. And let me tell you, that right there was the beginning of the end of, the idea of the internet being free, the internet technology, knowledge, open source, Creative Commons, all that stuff went out the window after 1998. And let me tell you, if you take a look at 1998 to now, I mean, this is why the internet sucks, folks. I'm sorry, the internet completely sucks now. All right? I mean, people are utilizing the internet, and I'm not joking, to philander around, for Christ's sake. Right now, as we speak, there are assholes on Facebook and other social media sites trying to private message up some hot tamale whore bag in hopes of meeting her out in the street out here with some decent pic exchanges, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, literally, the internet has turned into a social cesspool. It's been used as a means to gain philanderous affairs if you're married, for Christ's sake. It's being used today to have promiscuous homosexual sexual relations, for Christ's sake. It's being used now for Woody Allen butt-loving pedophiles to lure innocent children into sexually persuasive positions. I mean, it's being lured. It sucks, man. I'm sorry. Right now, there are too many people on the internet that don't belong here. There are too many people on the internet that do not belong here, and I'm sick of it, man. I'm sorry. Look, I didn't mean to go off on that whole diatribe. You know, whenever I talk about Julian Assange and WikiLeaks and all that, I mean, I just remember the time. That's all, man. I remember the time, man. All right, I'm serious. I remember those great days of the early 90s internets, man. I just wish I could go back to those days, man. I miss those days. Sincerely, I miss those days, man. I mean, I remember, man, I would stay on the internet, man, for freaking all night long, man. And look, and it wasn't just, doing ridiculous nothings, you know. I mean, as a matter of fact, back, man, I don't want to reminisce about that. I reminisce about this time all the time. I don't want to talk about it, for Christ's sake. It's not like you people care, you know. You people just care about the internet so you can wax your freaking carrot to some freaking cartoon fetish nonsense. You only care about the internet so you can tickle your ass crack to pornographic material. You only care about the internet because you think that you're somebody in your self-absorbed, talentless world on social media. You only care about the internet because you can finger bang Miss Annie Mae Rottencrotch over the goddamn internet with a freaking cyber or phone banging session. You only care about the internet because you can prey on goddamn children that are susceptible, that don't have freaking parents at home, and that are being babysit by the goddamn computer or goddamn cell phone. And that's all you care about the internet about, for Christ's sake. Good God. Good God, I'm serious. I'm not joking around, man. I do not like what the internet has turned out to be. And frankly, I mean, as much as I don't want the internet to be censored, I look at it like this. If they start censoring the internet, then we should just destroy it. I mean, I'm serious. Just destroy the internet, for Christ's sake. And let's let everybody get back to reality, because I'm tired of this. I'm sick of it, man. Look at what the internet has done to people. And look, that's not what the intention was. The whole intention of the internet was to expand people's horizons, to give people knowledge at their fingertips, to be able to communicate with others that had like-minded ideas, to expand one's intellectual curiosity. Look at what the goddamn internet has turned into now, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at what the hell this goddamn ridiculous digital cesspool has turned into today. It's pretty goddamn pathetic. I'll tell you that right now. It's pretty goddamn pathetic, and I'm sick of it. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I've been on this internet for a good long amount of years, all right? A long time. And let me tell you, this True Capitalist radio show ain't my first rodeo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've had shows and other voices, and I've done this before. I mean, this is not, you know, I mean, I've been on the internet for a long time, baby. You understand what I'm saying? And it's sad what the internet has turned out to be. It is sad. And you see, I'm about to get to Radio Graffiti right now. And every time I do Radio Graffiti, it is a testament to what I'm talking about right now. It is a testament on why those of us on the internets back in the 90s didn't want. We didn't want these people on the internet with us. You know what I'm saying? Karaskin says that's impossible. The internet can't be destroyed. I beg to differ with you, sir. It is very easy to destroy the internet. As a matter of fact, look at what they tried to do with slowing down the entire internet in America. What was it? That one time here recently. And look, all they did was slow it down. I mean, all you got to do is direct a whole. Look, I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Forget about it. But look, it's very easy to do. All right. Mudge, which now is working for Google, which headed up the DARPA program for the past 10 years. He testified in front of Congress how to do this in 1999, all right? So I've tweeted that testimony before. It's not hard to do. But I'm sorry. In my personal opinion, I just think that there are too many losers on this internet, man, and I would like to see if any internet censorship and any regulation happens, that the hackers and the people that helped create this thing should destroy it all. I'm not joking around. They should just destroy. I'm serious, because at this point in time, I mean, what is it? Who is it going to be hurting except a bunch of oligarch pieces of crap, idiot, Silicon Valley assholes that are literally turning the goddamn internet into an oligarch piece of trash? I mean, who is it going to hurt besides them? Oh, what? The people, the losers that are sitting their fat asses in front of a goddamn computer screen thinking they're tapping into a freaking social life, for Christ's sake? I'm serious. I'm disgusted by the internet. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not think that everybody belongs on the internet. I think that you should have a certain level of intelligence to get on here. And you know what? That's what's sad. Before, in the 90s, you actually had to at least know how to get yourself on the internet to get here. Now, all your dumbass needs is a freaking phone, for Christ's sake. And here you are. Here you are, for Christ's sake. That's great. Jesus Christ, man. I'm telling you, you know, and look, people are saying it's too complex to completely eliminate. No, it's not. All right? It's not that freaking hard. You people are naive if you think it's that hard to destroy this damn thing. There's internet kill switches right now. You know that, right? I mean, there's internet kill switches all over the world right now. All right? And that's just a kill switch. I mean, that's not taking down backbones. You know, I'm not even going to get into this. I'm not even going to get into this crap. And to be honest with you, I don't care. I mean, I do not like what the internet has become. I'm sorry. I don't like what it's become. I don't like the people on here. That's why I don't talk to too many people on here. All right? And when I do, I mean, I got the inner circle, and that's about it. I don't want to talk to any of these people on here that take freaking social media serious and take all this internet stuff serious. And, oh, look at me. I've got internet friends. I've got gamer friends. Oh, look at me. I've got so many friends. I mean, tapping into a freaking social pipeline on this fiber optically connected world we call the internet, for Christ's sake. I mean, give me a freaking break. I'm sorry, man. I don't like what the internet has turned out to be. Too many idiots, too many losers. Too many pathetic human beings that literally don't need or don't deserve, I'm going to be honest with you, that don't deserve the entertainment value that the internet provides. I'm serious. There are too many wastes of human life that are utilizing the internet as a means of living, and I don't think that they deserve it. All right? I don't think I don't think they deserve it. And of course, here's some asshole. Why don't you destroy the internet if you think it's so easy? Because I don't want to get arrested, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ, you people are stupid. Of course, it had to be some, with all due respect, half-retarded autistic case or something that's telling me this. You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, man, enough of these stupid, dumb questions. All right? Well, if you think it's so easy to destroy, why don't you do it? Hell, idiots, they threw Kevin Mitnick in prison for 5 years with no trial because he downloaded blueprints of cellular technology and certain government satellite technology, all right? And what, you think that I'm going to sit here and bring down the internet and they're just going to let me do it? Look at what they did to Guccifer look what they did to the hacker Guccifer, for heaven's sake. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, I guess. And look, I was just talking about the bowels of the internet. I was just talking about the riffraff of the internet, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Why doesn't everybody listen to it? This is everybody's favorite part of the broadcast. I'm talking about radio graffiti, folks. It's that part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 425-390-6146. And when I call on your area code, you got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this radio goddamn graffiti. And as I stated, folks, listen to the ignorance out here. Listen to this ignorant piece of man-child, borderline sexual predator trash that you're about to listen to right here. This is the internet. I mean, and not to mention these ignorant, dumbass, stupid, freaking wastes of life are cultivated on the internet. People that actually believe, you know what, I'm done. You know what, I'm so pissed off today. And let me tell you why I'm pissed off. I don't like what the internet has turned out to be, man. I don't like it. I mean, I want to be around intelligent people, man. You know how hard it is to find intelligent people on the internets today? Huh? It's freaking hard, for Christ's sake, man. And when I mean intelligent people, I'm talking about people that are going to do something with their lives, man. That are going to build something, that are going to create something. I mean, folks, I'm going to be honest with you, man. A lot of the folks that partook in this coup, the intelligence community, and I'm not going to get into it, folks. I'm very close to some of these people. I mean, we came from this era of the internet, man. And the reason that we knew each other is because we respected one another. We had knowledge to give one another. We had ideas. We exchanged ideas, for Christ's sake. I mean, I listen to some of the conversations that some of these so-called hacksaws and these so-called hardcore trolls have. I mean, it's ridiculous nonsense. I mean, seriously, man, I have never seen so much ignorance concentrated in one area in my life. Thanks, Internet. I appreciate it. I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you. I mean, the ignorance. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it.
At Nissan, our lineup is taking the galaxy by storm. And right now, you can save big during Nissan's Go Rogue year-end event. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com today for great offers. See Rogue One in theaters December 16th. Take on any galaxy.
That isn't just the sound of the all-new 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC being put through its paces. It's the sound of innovation. The innovation behind one of the most advanced SUVs on the road today. With multiple driving modes, a suite of intelligent drive systems, and a technology-filled cabin that sets new standards in modern luxury. This is what innovation sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC.
Some equipment described as optional.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast. Do we have any goddamn radio graffiti callers, engineer? All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and get to radio graffiti. And look, I'm not in a very good mood. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. I could end the show really quick because I'm just tired. You know, I'm just tired of ignorant trash. You know what I mean? I'm just, and you know, that seems to be what we. In America and the Western community, it seems to be what we're producing in mass quantity. A bunch of ignorant, pathetic pieces of trash. And not only are they ignorant, folks, they're flighty. They got relaxed brains. You could physically see these people thinking at this point in time. Haven't you seen that? Have you seen these young people? You try to ask them a question, you can see the synapses sparking in their simplistic heads as their faces and mouths drop, like, freaking ignorant pieces of trash, man. Look, I'm just going to get to radio graffiti, and if it sucks, I'm out of here. I don't really give a crap, all right? I don't give a crap. Sitting over here having to do all this for a freaking bunch of half-a-tards out here, for Christ's sake. I don't give a crap. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to do radio graffiti now, to be honest with you. I don't even want to do this crap now. You know that? Jesus Christ. There's different kinds of intelligence. Okay, if that's what you want, hey, if that's what you want to believe, if you want to believe that, then go right ahead, all right? If you think that there's different kinds of intelligence, no, there's not. You either know shit or you don't, all right? You either know crap or you don't. There's different kinds of intelligence for crap. Get out of here with that crap. You either know something or you don't. And if you don't know jack, then you're an ignorant piece of trash, waste of human life, somebody who wasted your time and your existence. Seriously, if you are a no-talent, uncreative, no-knowledge-having piece of crap, then you are a waste of life. You know what I'm saying? You are a waste of life. So that's all there is to it. And if you don't like what I'm saying, well, suck it, all right? Jesus Christ. Let's go ahead and get to some radio graffiti. 206 radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. Happy Black Friday. Shout out to yourself and the fans of the Capitalist Army. Have a very good week, sir.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Look, I'm sorry if I sound a little upset, but, I mean, give me a freaking break, all right? Give me a freaking... Look, I've got people here still trying to tell me there's different kinds of intelligence. There's analytical, there's creative, and practical. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, you see what these fucking goddamn stupid, ignorant teachers are teaching these dumb kids? For Christ's sake! God damn it, you stupid, ignorant pieces of crap! You either know shit or you don't! That's what makes you intelligent, you dumbasses! You either know shit or you don't! Oh, Jesus Christ. You either know shit or you don't. I'm sick of this, you know? I mean, is that what they're teaching these kids? Oh, you know what? You're special. All right? You're special. And everything is okay. Because let me tell you, there's different kinds of intelligence, yeah. There's different kinds of intelligence. And you know what? You're that special kind of intelligence. That's what you are. Yeah. You're that special kind of intelligence. Shut up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Oh, my God. And look, here's some stupid troll terrorist, probably autistic asshole, listening to Ghost talk about the internet is boring. You know what? Well, then turn off my show, you stupid loser. All right? You think that I want some half-a-tard-looking idiot like you that sits here and only cares about radio graffiti? I'm sitting over here teaching you idiots how to make money for yourselves, and you stupid, ignorant pieces of low-life, mommy basement-dwelling pieces of trash insist on, no, you know what? I want to do Twitter shout-outs. I want to do radio graffiti. Jesus Christ, man. I'm serious. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this stupid, ignorant trash, man. I'm tired of it. No, you're different kind of intelligence, Ghost. You're not understanding. You're not understanding. There's a lot of intelligence, and there's different kind of intelligence, and you don't understand. Jesus Christ. You either know shit or you don't, man. I cannot believe I'm being talked. I can't believe... There's different kinds of intelligence. Jesus Christ. What are you talking about? Artificial intelligence? Huh? You're talking about alien intelligence or some crap? There is no different kinds of intelligence. You either know crap or you don't. And if you don't know crap, well, then you're an ignorant piece of trash. I mean, that's just a bottom line. I'm serious. If you don't know jack, then you are a piece of crap. I'm sorry, all right? You either know crap or you don't. I don't understand where this, there's different kinds of intelligence. Did your single whore mother tell you that? Huh? Is that it? Is that what single whore mommy said? And now you're like, yeah, I got intelligence and I'm so... Oh, yeah, and here's somebody saying, intelligent people don't use profanity the degree you do. Hey, idiot, obviously you didn't hear the latest article, you dumbass. It was on freaking Drudge Report. Intelligent people use profanity on a consistent basis. You stupid, uneducated, ignorant, non-reading piece of anime-watching shit. So take that and shove it up your ass. Jesus Christ, man. Why talk down to autistic people? I'm not talking down to autistic people. I'm just saying, hey, I find it funny that autistic and Asperger people find it very easy to get around technology and phones and games and everything else, but when it comes to anything that has to deviate them from what they like, it gives them a reason to have a meltdown. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm getting a little tired of that. You know what I'm saying? Now that Donald Trump's in America, now that Donald Trump's in office, did you hear that he is going to investigate vaccines? I don't know if you've noticed this or have you heard about this. Donald Trump is going to investigate the vaccines. He wants to know what the hell's going on, why there's so much autism, why there's so much Asperger's or whatever you want to call this. And in my personal opinion, I think that part of it is the vaccines, okay? I think part of it is the vaccines, but at the same time, I think a lot of it has to do with the way we're raising these little twats. I mean, I'm serious, man. I mean, look, if you are truly autistic to the point where you can't do anything, then you wouldn't be able to get up on the internet. You wouldn't be able to, commiserate with others on the internet. You wouldn't be able to understand social media, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't understand all the things that you, with all due respect, with most of you that have autism know how to do. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that y'all are perfectly capable people, but you've been coddled by the education system and your families, and you think because now everybody has coddled your pussy pampered asses that everything is supposed to go your effing way. And hey, assholes, this is the real world, okay? Not everything is going to go your effing way, okay? So that's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to say that all autistic and all Asperger people are like this, but it's time for a lot of the Asperger and autistic people to look at themselves in the mirror and realize that, hey, am I really a basket case? Am I really stupid? Am I really half a tard? No, you're not. You're just told to do that, and it's very easy for you to fall for that. It's very easy for you to be an obnoxious man-child and piss and moan whenever your games are taken away from you. All right? It's very easy to be an obnoxious man-child and piss and moan whenever your goddamn computer and your toys and all that crap is taken from you. And you've realized, with all due respect, all right? You've realized, with all due respect, and let me tell you, I know many of you autistic and Asperger's know this. You can't fool me. I know you, all right? I know that you take advantage of the fact, just like that one episode in Family Guy when Peter took a freaking IQ test and he was legally retarded. And you remember how he would go into women's bathrooms and the women would go, ah, and he goes, sorry, retarded. Oh, well, that's okay. He would go in some other place and do something stupid and, sorry, retarded. Oh, it's okay. I mean, seriously, man, I think, in my personal opinion, that a lot of the autistic cases, listen, there are severe autistic cases that, are literally pretty bad. I'm not naive of this. But for the most part, okay, these autistic people people that are high functioning, I personally believe, this is my opinion, that this is a put-on. All right? This is a put-on that has been embraced by either a single mother or coddled, pussy-pampered parents and the education system. Not to mention, you throw some medication in with that mix, and here's what you got. So, look, with all due respect to, you autistics and Asperger's that are high-functioning, that are, going through meltdowns and that are out here trying to gain sympathy from people, you're not getting sympathy from me. You're not getting one bit of sympathy from me. You people know how to get on the internet. You people know how to play games. You people know all this garbage about, cartoon fetishes. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. You know all about this stuff. And look, here, of course, I've got some autistic idiot who thinks that he's doing something by tweeting at me saying, talks down to autistic people, finds Family Guy funny. Hey, idiot, I have to bring in cartoons to make my point so your stupid, simplistic ass could go, oh, yeah, I saw that. I remember. I mean, do you understand that with this show, I've got to talk down to you people? If I talk to you in my regular voice, it would be so above your head. And I literally, the real way I talk is so articulate that maybe at least more than half of you wouldn't even understand what the hell I'm talking about. But you see, I talk like this, everybody's like, hey, Ghost. So that's all there is to it. All right? That's all there is to it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of playing the charade. I'm tired of it. I'm sorry. All right? If you can get on the internet and you can play games and you can watch cartoons and you can, make these decisions on your own, with all due respect, I don't think that you should fall under a category of mental disorder. I'm sorry. I mean, I know what retarded people look like, all right? I mean, I actually go out, unlike you bastards, I actually go and donate my time occasionally to retarded people, all right? And hey, look, you idiot enemy idiots that are asking for radio graffiti, shove it up your ass. Go ahead and turn off my freaking show, all right? Get out of here! Who asked you, you stupid cartoon fetish idiots? Who asked you? I'm just saying, if you know how to do all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? If you know how to do all this stuff, well then that, my friends, defeats or makes your so-called mental disorder moot. I mean, okay, let's not call you autistic. Okay, let's call you just, what we used to call people like you back in the day? A little slow. A little slow. They're just a little slow. All right? And, they'll get around to it. You know what I mean? They'll know what's going on. And they're just a little slow, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? I mean, autistics can still go work. Autistics can make their own living. They just choose not to do so, and they choose to live with mommy and daddy because, or mommy, because, first of all, mommy has probably coddled your ass, and it's like, oh, you okay, baby? Oh, you okay? You're my baby. He's my baby. I love my baby. He's my baby. And you utilize that, all right? You utilize that to your advantage, because I guarantee you, if a lot of you fellers that are, waxing your carrot to enemy, that are fetished with cartoons, I guarantee you, if you had a real man as a father, you wouldn't be doing that. I'm telling you right now, you wouldn't be doing that. And hey, look, you idiots, all right, you idiots that are out there that are telling me to, get to radio graffiti, you know what? Shove it up your ass. I'm not going to get to radio graffiti. How about that? How about that? This is my Baller Friday. It's mine. It belongs to me. So if you don't like it, suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't like it, then shove it up your ass. How do you like that? If you don't like it, then shove it up your ass. Woo! Give me the freaking mic. Look, I'm just saying, folks, I know that I'm triggering you autistic and Asperger kids, okay? I know that you're like, oh, no, Ghost, why would you do that? Hey, nut up and shut up, you stupid brats, all right? All right? Nut up and shut up, you stupid brat. You see, now you autistic and Asperger kids are taking a step back. Now all of a sudden, I'm not letting you do your radio graffiti, and all of a sudden you're like, wah, wah, wah. Yeah, you want to know why? You want to know why you're doing this? Huh? You want to know why you're doing this? Because you can. You're doing this because you can, and I'm telling you this, I blame your goddamn mothers. And if you have a father in there, if there's a father in your household, I would personally like to meet him personally so I could kick the shit out of him. I'm serious. Because what type of fruity-ass, dildo-fagging, crybaby, meltdown crap did he pop out of his freaking nutsack? Okay, and let's say your kid is a little slow. Okay, your kid's a little slow. Why don't you be a father and teach that kid how to be a man? Teach that kid how to be a man. But no. You know, what do they do? Oh, hi, Billy. Are you okay? Here, I got another game for you, Billy. Oh, yay. Thanks, Dad. I love my games. I love it. Well, Billy, calm down. You got to go ahead and eat your vegetables first, and then you can go ahead and play this game. Okay, Billy? No! I don't want vegetables. I mean, this is everyday America right now, folks. This is everyday America. You know what I'm saying? And look, I know that there are some people that are triggered. You know, I've got somebody way to crap on your fans. Way to crap on my fans. Hey, I'm trying to tell you to stop acting like an obnoxious idiot. All right? I'm telling you that you have the ability to make your own capital. You have the ability to be your own person. But you want to know why you're not doing it? Because of your dumbass, ignorant family and your dumbass, ignorant school that have shaped your mind into believing that all you've got to do is say Asperger's autistic, throw a meltdown, and everyone's just going to stop and do whatever it is that you want to do. And you know, this is one of these shows, you Asperger autistic kids, all right? This is one of these shows where things aren't going to go your effing way, okay? And on top of which, I'm telling you how it is, all right? Stop acting like a bunch of children and start nutting up and shutting up, all right? You know you can make your own money. You know you can go out and work. You know you could take care of yourself. You just don't want to do it. It's very easy for you to just sit there, lay with your fat ass, watch cartoons all day, commiserate on freaking social media, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, give me a freaking break. So anyway, look, I'm done with this whole I'm done with this whole goddamn autistic Asperger rant. And look, listen, Asperger autistic guy, all right? If you're taking offense to this, that's the problem with your life right now. You see that? You being triggered, huh? That's the problem with your life right now. Do you understand that? That's why you're not going anywhere. That's why you are in the position you're in. Because you're getting triggered. You see how something didn't go your way today, and now, oh, Ghost, I hate you. I hate you, Ghost. I hate you. How dare you? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And that's why I'm telling you, you autistic and Asperger's kids, I believe in you, man. This is the first time I've ever, talked about you guys. Because to be honest with you, I think that many of you, I'm not saying all of you, many of you are just a put-on front. I'm sorry. I think many of you are a put-on front because you don't see this epidemic happening in Liberia or in some third world nation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, you wouldn't survive acting like the way you're acting in these third world nations. You wouldn't be able to survive. There wouldn't be some mommy in these freaking third world nations telling you, oh, it's okay, baby. Are you okay? You're a baby. It's okay, baby. No, you know what they'll do? They'll say, hey, shut up, all right? Shut up and get back to work. If you want to eat, go out and find something to eat. And there ain't no, oh, I don't know, I'm going to have a meltdown. There ain't no such thing as that, boy. So let me tell you something, man. I know that there's a lot of triggered people out there. I'm looking at them on Twitter like, Ghost, why are you doing that? I'm your fan. You're talking about me. I'm not talking about you, you moron. But you see how you think? You see how your autistic Asperger self thinks? You think everything is about you. And that's the problem with your shitty generation. Nobody cares about you. I mean, I wish that you dumbass people would realize this, that nobody cares about what you think. Nobody cares about how you feel. Nobody cares. That's why I kept telling each and every one of you young people, why don't you monitor yourself and catch yourself every time you say I, me, my. Count yourself how many times you do that and look at the people every time that you do that. Analyze their faces. If they close their eyes, if they stop paying attention to you, if they walk away from you. Do you understand that? You're not antisocial. You want to know what you are? You're a self-absorbed little twat. And what you need to realize, okay, what you need to realize is that you need to stop thinking about yourself because with all due respect, all right, if anybody truly gave a crap about you, you wouldn't be here. All right, you wouldn't be on the internet, okay? I mean, if somebody genuinely cared about you, you would be spending every waking moment with them and going out and living life with them, even if that means a significant other, even if that means a best friend, so on and so forth. But you see, you all don't do that. You know what y'all are doing? Y'all are on the internet thinking that this is somehow a compensation for the lack of life that you have in reality, and it's not.
This Tuesday through Saturday at Kohl's, only once a year, friends and family save a little more with an extra 25% off, so you can give a little more this holiday. It's time to get cozy, so bundle up for the tree lighting with Madden Girl outerwear, just $39.99. Spread some holiday cheer with girls' festive sweaters for only $19.99. And give a cozy night's sleep with men's sleep sets, just $19.99. Kohl's. Select styles, offer valid 12/6 through 12/10. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Cold weather is here, so stay warm with the most thoughtful sale of the year. Now through Monday, you can get up to $175 off the Nest Learning Thermostat. It learns your schedule and the temperature you like, so it keeps you comfortable when you're home and turns itself down when you're gone, which means it can help you save energy all year long. Get it at the Home Depot now and save on the Nest Learning Thermostat while you still can. Now less is more cozy. Get $50 off now and up to $125 back from Southern California Edison. Limit 1. Terms apply for eligible utility customers.
So I hope this Baller Friday has you contemplating who you really are. Because I'm telling you, you want to know why you have no friends in real life? Because you keep talking about your damn self. You keep talking about your goddamn self and no one cares, all right? No one cares about you. No one cares about what you think. No one cares about your favorite video game. No one cares about your problems. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, no one cares about your problems. Everybody has got freaking problems, all right? I mean, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I hate when people tell me about their freaking problems. I hate it, man. I freaking hate it. I don't care. I'm serious. I don't care about your stupid fucking problems. I don't care. I mean, seriously, man, I don't care. But you see, as much as I say that on this internet, as much as I say that on this show, you've got all kinds of people that are like, yeah, me, I, my, me, I, my, me, I. I'm sick of it, man. I'm so sick of these freaking people. Oh, my God, man. And look, I know that there's people out there that are taking offense to this. I really don't give a crap, all right? I'm serious. I really don't care. It has to be said. I'm tired that no one is telling you this in your life. I'm talking to you people that are out here basement dwelling, that are utilizing autism and Asperger's as a crutch, even though you're perfectly fine in communicating with people online, you're perfectly fine on being able to get on the internet, you're perfectly fine with understanding video game technology and controllers and all kinds of crap. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but yet when it comes to you, I don't know, taking responsibility for your own goddamn decisions. Oh, no, I'm retarded. Nope, sorry, I'm retarded. Nope, sorry, I'm retarded. I'm serious. That's how y'all act. I mean, you understand this, right? And you see, of course, some Asperger autistic case trying to say, how he's talking down to autistics and yet thinks that Family Guy's a good show. That's a stupid autistic comeback, you idiot. I have to resort to quoting cartoons for you idiots to comprehend what I'm saying to you. You understand that? I'm not joking around. I'm serious. I have to dumb things down, all right? I have to dumb things down, and I got to refer to freaking cartoons so you can be like, oh, yeah, I saw that cartoon. Oh, my God, folks. Anyway, look, I'm sorry. And look, there's some people that are actually enjoying this. I mean, it has to be said, man. I mean, we got to make America great again. All right? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, we got to start making America great again, for heaven's sake. And by doing so, we got to stop, pussy pampering children. I don't care if they do have Asperger's or autism. I don't care. All right? Now, you're either retarded or you're not. That's how I look at it. And if you're not going to admit you being retarded, well, then you are not going to get any sympathy out of me. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking around. I believe that autistic people can be productive members of society, can make their own money, and the only reason that they don't do so is because their parents, the education system, and I'm sure there's a whole psychological component that's getting profit from constantly monitoring, constantly medicating these kids. So that's why I'm saying, folks, I do not want to have these autistics that are listening to me, these Asperger's cases that are listening to me, think that they can go through life and that it's okay being some ignorant piece of trash that just throws tantrums whenever things don't go their effing way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not joking around. I mean, I believe in you, autistic and Asperger's kids. All right? I believe in you. You want to know why I believe in you? Because I believe that you can do things on your own. It's you people that have fooled yourselves into believing that you are some kind of a special case, that needs to be coddled. That, oh, you okay, baby? Look, here's my baby. I'm going to take care of my baby. He's my baby. I'm sick of it, man. As a matter of fact, before we end this show here, you know what I'm going to do? Give me my belt. Give me my freaking belt. Give me my belt. Let me tell you something, you scumbags, all right? I tell you, you know what you autistic and you Asperger boys need, huh? You know what y'all need? Y'all need a trip to the goddamn woodshed with your goddamn parents, with your goddamn educators, and with your goddamn shrinks. You all need a goddamn trip to the... Take that, Asperger boy! Oh, yeah, you're going to have yourself a meltdown there, autistic case? You're going to have your... I guarantee you, I'd make a man out of you yet, boy. I'd make a man out of all you damn autistic Asperger cases yet, boy. Yeah! I'm serious, man. I'm serious. I'd take your asses to the goddamn woodshed and make a goddamn man of you yet, boy. Take that. Learn how to be a man, boy. And bring your dirty dish rag whore single mother in here. All right, bring her ass in here. Put a cork in it, just, yeah. Coddling this stupid Asperger autistic case, you stupid whore. That's why we have the pussification of the male, because of you dirty dish rag whore single mothers. I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you right now. I ain't made a man of you yet, you dumbasses. And look, I'm telling you, all right? I believe in you Asperger autistic cases, but you need to start believing in yourselves. You need to start realizing that you know what you're doing. And you fall back on the whole meltdown crap because it's an easy defense mechanism to get what you want. But you are doing yourself a disservice because that's not how the world works, all right? I mean, just because your stupid, dirty dish rag whore mother does it, just because your faggot father does it, just because your stupid teacher does it, doesn't mean it's right. And doesn't mean that you're going to be a productive member of society. So that's why I'm telling all you Asperger autistic cases, it's time. It's time for you all to realize that you can be independent, you can be capitalists, and you can be individuals, but you have to be in control of yourselves. Just like you're in control of yourself on the internet, a lot of y'all know technology, a lot of y'all know all this stuff about gaming and cartoons, you know all this crap. But then when it comes to something that, I don't want to learn it, I'm going to have a meltdown now. Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of this crap, you know? Let me tell you something. I'm glad I didn't have radio graffiti today. I'm glad I didn't, for Christ's sake, man. I'm glad I didn't. And you want to know why? I hope this is a lesson to each and every one of you that, hey, this is the real world where things are not going to go your effing way, all right? Especially if you're a talentless loser that has no knowledge or nothing to contribute to society. I mean, you need to start realizing that if you are a nothing burger in society, then you need to stop getting on your stupid little dumbass high horse, all right? You need to stop getting on your dumbass little high horse. Anyway, folks, I'm getting the hell out of here. It's Miller time now, baby. You understand that? It's Miller time, and on top of which, folks, I'll be back on Monday, all right? I'll be broadcasting all week of the holiday week next week, so you better be here 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on Monday. And if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow, all right? And, of course, if you haven't already done so, please add to your favorites or your bookmarks blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Once again, folks, I apologize for those that genuinely like radio graffiti, but for the most part, folks, it's a bunch of autistic Asperger cases that utilize this to exploit the program so that they can wax their carrot showing off their sick sadistic fetishes, their sick sadistic perversions, and that's another thing. For being autistic, y'all sure do know how to have a very vivid, sick, sadistic, perverted sexual mindset, huh? How quaint. Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. Get this mic out of my face. Get this mic out of my